Why is someone just typing Northernlion harem over and over? Are you new here? That's noted chat member Scath Eyes. I know you're always coming in the chat saying NL haram or harem. I thought you were like just a troll account. Then I was watching a VOD of Dan streaming, and I saw you type like full sentences in Dan's chat, and I was like, what did I do to deserve this? Your messages in Dan's chat were like, Dan, I hope you had a great time streaming today. I had a wonderful time watching the stream. It was very entertaining. Then I look at your chat log, just harem, like literally for 3 months in a row. It's crazy. Call off the dogs. They've been typing that literally just that in chat for 3 years, I think, at this point. We probably just added 2 years by acknowledging it in any capacity. Now you might say, why do they type it? Your guess is as good as mine, brother. I have no idea. But I'm not responsible for all 7.6 billion people on planet Earth. And they type normal in Dan's chat. You gotta give them some credit for sustaining the bit for so long, that's for sure. Oh, Daniel, thank you for the raid.
My guy's going red?
He's
about to explode?
Congratulations on your performance today, Daniel.
Wait, did Dan do something? I didn't hear.
Yeah?
Dan's got shooters in every chat. I love whenever there's a raid, all like the meme chatters all rush to post at the same time. We got REM posters like, it's my time to shine, let me put some REM lyrics in chat. We got Scath Eyes saying Northernlion harem. We got all the,
what the fuck?
all the meme Twitter accounts are like, oh, fresh blood, fresh blood.
I do like that one of your meme chatters is completely normal in my chat.
Is it Scath Eyes? I made a mistake of giving them attention once for typing the same thing for a week straight, and now it's literally like 3 years later. I don't have that kind of dedication.
Oh, I fucked it.
Like, don't you sometimes come up with something in your head where you're like, that joke is
Oh! Oh, fuck off!
And then you break character?
Sorry.
One day I'm gonna get so mad during this, I'm gonna play copyrightable music and fuck everyone.
Copyrightable music.
Those were the days. Remember when you'd load into like a Call of Duty lobby and you'd have like somebody blasting music over their Xbox Live headset, somebody like telling their kids to shut the fuck up, or like
someone beatboxing.
Yeah. Someone using
beatboxing.
an Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard, and you would be like, "Oh, this is the joy. He's the class clown."
Dude, and the best thing is, you thought all of those things were so awesome.
You're like, holy shit,
I
these are
remember
the
doing that,
funniest guys I've ever
like,
met.
this is sick.
These guys are so
cool.
funny. I'm gonna be friends with them for my whole life.
And then they're gonna say it's slow one day, and then I'm gonna never talk to them again.
Why am I in the back?
It's because your ass joined latest, and then also quit, and then rejoined.
Oh.
What is happening?
Ah! What the fuck? Wait,
I just
what the fuck is that?
Oh, let's go!
Oh no!
What the fuck was that? Two of y'all just like getting completely stopped.
Samuel, what do I do?
Oh my god, dude, he went from fucking fourth to first. He's a lunatic. He's crazy.
That was
Holy
the
shit.
messiest race we've ever had.
Back from peeing, and there was like 2 seconds on the countdown. Oh.
You guys just like, twice the person in front of me just came to a complete stop.
It might have been me.
I did it too.
I'm breaking through. I'm bending spoons. I hate to quote an REM quote that didn't come from REM poster. I gotta do like a 45-minute podcast episode on REM poster. I gotta figure out what their story is. Have they always been REM poster, and just like every stream they go to, they post REM stuff, and I'm the first streamer who is like receptive to it because I'm the only person who appreciates REM and U2 these days? Who's backing them? Yeah, where do they get all the... They give subscriptions now and then. Where do they get that capital from? Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, are you having fun? You got to really respect REM posters' commitment to the bit. Because they're posting lyrics from Man on the Moon, which was just in that quiz. There's like a real human being in the robot. They at people sometimes. It's like and I don't mean this in a mean way. It's like, you know how there's like those head injuries where all of a sudden you start talking in an accent? That's like what REM poster is. It's like they got clonked on the head by like a cast iron frying pan and now they can only communicate in Michael Stipe lyrics. So they got to wait for like the perfect moment and then follow me, yes, follow me. What about Scath Eyes? I worry about them a little bit. Not because of what they type in chat, but because of the fact that in Apollo's chat, they're just normal. And they've been keeping up the Northernlion harem bit here for literally like 3 or 4 years. Which is like the kind of sustenance of a bit that can only be indicative of genius or like unchecked mental illness. REM poster, you're first in line for like some kind of lifetime achievement award for sure. Never breaks character. Never has, never will. They've broken character multiple times. No. They emulated Michael Stipe when he was not singing. I wouldn't say they broke character. I've seen him say lol. What, you think Michael Stipe has never laughed? How did Ashley get banned but Scath Eyes gets to live? Excuse me, Scath Eyes is not a bot. And I'll tell you why we know that Scath Eyes is not a bot. And this is what makes them such a mercurial sort of chatter and legendary. In here, their entire chat log just says Northernlion harem. They go to other chats and they just type like a normal person. That's what makes it so interesting, man. And I'm always rattling that around in the old bird cage upstairs. That's what's so interesting to me. That is it. I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. Twitch needs people like that. Yeah, dude. Also, they were talking about it in the Discord. I don't know if you saw REM poster. They were talking about you in the Discord. They were like, shout out to REM poster. Been around for like 4 or 5 years. Posts REM lyrics. But the thing that's crazy, the thing that'll really bake your noodle, is they don't just post them out of nowhere. They post lyrics that are kind of relevant to what's being talked about on the stream. And it's not a like large language model. Like it's an individual that's doing that, which is crazy. Shout out to REM poster, man. Honestly, I think we're in the position of making another golfer. You killed my badger. We gotta kill Scath Eyes haters? Bro, that's what I'm saying. People, like the good vibes only chatters, I find them, if I may say so, a little disingenuous. Because they go into chat and create bad vibes. They're like, this guy's being weird. He's not being weird, man. That's just Scath Eyes. He's being exactly normal if you view it from a lens of knowing what you expect his behavior to be. His behavior is typing Northernlion harem. And then people just freak out, man. They freak out on him. He's normally a weirdo. He's not a weirdo. He types the same thing every day. It's like getting mad for the speed of light for not changing. He's the least weird person in this chat. He's the most predictable individual. Some of you guys go off the fucking handle. Scath Eyes is chill, man. Hey, NL, if you want to win, please change your stake. This one is too hard for you. What the fuck? Who do you think unlocked it? What do you think on that one? This is where we need like alternate punishments on Twitch. Because I don't really think you deserve to be banned for life just for saying something ignorant that hurt my feelings. But like you should definitely have your characters restricted for 2 hours. You should get like 4 characters sent back to you every 10 minutes. So you could write like a sentence an hour. Instead, you got to deal with a 600-second timeout. Who do you think unlocked the stake?
It was me, bro. See, the problem, I think, as a society is that we vilified cruel and unusual punishment. Cruel punishment, sure, that should probably be vilified. But unusual punishment, what's wrong with that, man? Some unusual punishments might be very effective. Hey, NL, can you use a different deck, please? Kind regards, Faint Bunny. Didn't I time you out? Has it been 600 seconds already? Holy cow. Hello, Tomo. What'd you get timed out for the first time? Yes, you did. Okay, hang on. Let me take a look. What was it the first time? Sorry. NL, if you want to win, please change to an easier stake. Change to an easier stake. Hey, NL, I don't want to be mean. Change to an easier stake. Holy, you wrote it like 8 times? I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you didn't learn. You got, so here's and again, I'm not tilted. I'm just, you got to put yourself in the mindset of the psychology here of me reading this as the person that's the subject of these messages. First message today was love the streams. The next like 8 messages were like, please don't play green stake. It's too hard for you, which is just insulting. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not like you told me to die. You just called me stupid. So you got timed out for that. Your next like 3 messages were like, I want to apologize for my earlier messages. Like I shouldn't have written that. And then your next message was like, you went right back to it. That's crazy. You basically, because you lied to me, you said you were reformed, but actually you were still, you know, feeling the impetus that led you to write those messages in the first place. They really want the attention and they're getting it. Yeah, but you're coming from like an antiquated era of the internet. You know, if people really want attention, they're like, well, you're giving them the attention they wanted. Well, if they still want it, after everybody's like laughing at their expense, then I guess we're just gonna have to live with that. Maybe it's a fucked up version of like a win-win. Holy, we're gonna win. Oh, man. Well. I am getting drunk with power. Because I'm like, oh, green stake's too hard for me, is it? Well, maybe. As a result of being incorrect. Maybe the timeout should be escalated to a permanent ban. Perchance? Mayhaps. Because not only did your comment question my intelligence, but you were incorrect. It is you who has been exposed to have the diminutive academic rigor. Not I, as you so falsely harangued me for. Hey, NL, did you take physics? Faint Bunny, I dead ass. 2 things. First off, I thought I banned you yesterday. 100% simple as. Secondly, I did want to ask if you were okay, because after you got timed out twice, I saw you spam like 100 times. Hey, NL, can you help me? I think using Instagram too much has made me parasocial about strangers' lives. And I was like, damn, this person's really going through it. Maybe I shouldn't have banned them. Then the first message you dropped today, hey, NL, have you ever taken a physics class? I should have banned your ass yesterday. That's what I get for showing some degree of empathy for someone going through a mental crisis. You aired them out? It's their comments! I didn't air them out! You timed them out for 600 seconds twice. And where did that get us? You piloting a fucking rocket as it approaches the speed of light and gets close to a body weighing 1.8 trillion tons. Your onboard computer. Oh, didn't you take a physics class? Just fucking bust out the formula sheet, bitch. What eigenvector should you take to approach it so that all the skin doesn't come off your fucking skull? You learn this in physics. Computer, can't you just auto-program my telemetry? Then you wouldn't learn anything. Origin Angel banned Faint Bunny. What did they say? What did they say? Crusty Jugglers, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Some people, they just... It's just easier to get attention for being bad than it is to get fulfillment for just being normal. I went through all of their messages before coming to the decision. You know how hard it is to get Origin to ban someone for being mean to me? They would be a hypocrite. So they must have said some stuff in there that was serious. Did you ban Faint Bunny? I unbanned Faint Bunny, but they gotta chill, okay? The unban request was like, it literally started and it was like, I don't apologize for anything that I've said because it would mean that I didn't mean the good stuff or the bad stuff, but I did. That being said, I do apologize for the way that I phrased it, and I will think more in the future about how my tone affects the well-being of the streamer. And I said, you know what? Unban. I could always ban you again later if I have to. It's not a huge cost to it. Hey, Anel, I love watching you. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Faint Bunny. Nice to see you. Appreciate it. How many pull-ups you got? 3? 3 if I had to guess. I'm very much a legs Andy. Not much of an arms Andrew. Hey, Anel, you've made much progress. Very talented. Thank you, Faint Bunny. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Anel, you're my favorite streamer ever. So funny. 10 out of 10. You will never be Faint Bunny. No disrespect. Hey, Anel, you will get more viewers playing a different game. I'm just looking out for you. Faint Bunny, you're getting a little close to the edge now, okay? Just so you know. I know this has been a problem for you historically. Just letting you know. Why'd you unban that obvious troll? They're okay. They just want some attention. They're very much not okay. Well, they're fucked up in like a way that's not like that malevolent, at least. The thing that I love is when someone trolls and then like all the people who troll are like, why did you unban that troll? What, are you jealous because like they outgamed you? They got more attention? Like I see some of the shit that you post and now you're gonna be uppity about like, why are you giving Faint Bunny so much attention? You got beaten at your own game, okay? Hi, Faint Bunny. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Faint Bunny, if anyone's not familiar with the context, Faint Bunny is probably the most banned chatter that is still in chat. Why do you keep on banning them? Oh, I think, like, I don't know. Because, like, here's the cycle, okay? They get unbanned. They start being a reformed chatter. Then they just lay it on a little too thick, and usually they irritate one of the mods by trolling or shitposting or just typing the same thing over and over. And then they get banned by the mod. Then I go into the unban request and I have an unban request from Faint Bunny that's like, oh, sorry, like I didn't realize that I was over the line again. And I'm like they've never gone so far over the line that like they're irredeemable, I think. They are, a habitual line stepper is probably a fair way to describe it, sure, but... And then, you know, people were like, well, maybe they'll never learn their lesson. And I'm like, well, that's not for me to say, brother. You know, it takes one click to ban, it takes one click to unban as well. It's not like it's a laborious task. I guess you're right, it kind of is for me to say in some sense. I'm just saying, like, most chatters that get banned, they type something, like, insane. And I'm like, there's no coming back from that. Like, I'm never gonna see you type, like, fuck you, you bald asshole, like, you embody everything wrong with the world. And then, like, 2 days later, I'm gonna be like, hey, thanks for the resub, you know? Like, I'm not gonna do that. You're just gone forever. But Faint Bunny's always kind of, I don't know, they just keep on pushing it over the borderline.
Hey NL, every stream is better than the previous. You're amazing and talented. I love you lots. Also, you're stylish and dripped out. Love the bits. Always so funny. Thank you, Faint Bunny. You're on probation right now, just so you know. That is, you're at the borderline as we speak. Just so you're aware, okay? So just be careful. Why would you ban them for that? You wouldn't get it, okay? There's a probation option. Yeah, like in my head, I can be like, that person's on probation. I can't actually like exercise my will beyond like, you know, punitive actions in chat, but I just think eye care is good in the long run. Slatus Cats, you weren't here yesterday, were you? I called you out specifically by name. I wanted to see if you were still chilling. dlguiga isn't here. Excuse me, dlguiga is here. I saw them leave a message that said, thanks for the laugh today. You know who's not here probably is Slatus Kotz, who I still remember in my head 9 years later as like the prototypical Slay the Spire backseater. They are in chat. Okay, let's just see. They left a message today, 3 hours ago. The moment they removed Pluto's status as a planet, I stopped caring about astronomy. Listen, I'm happy you're still here. I still remember when I think I saw you in Corey's chat, and I was like, why are you so mean to me in the YouTube comments for Slay the Spire? And you were like, because you're a smart guy and I just want to see you do better. And I think like in that day, you ever see Annihilation? And at the end of the movie, Natalie Portman sees like a corrupted mirror of herself in that lighthouse. That was like my Annihilation moment. And I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of the shimmering, bro. I'm leaving your ass on the beach. I brought up how in the Slay the Spire comments, you were being a little bit pernicious for quite some time. And then I found you in Corey's chat and I said, why are you so mean to me? And you said, I just think you've got potential. I want you to be better. Oh, I do remember that. Most casual, fake ass fucking... Oh yeah, now that you mention it. VIP them? No, that's not gonna happen. I'm probably your most positive type A chatter. Just keep digging, brother. You are absolutely not. Fallen Flame is right there. We're almost there. Hello, Faint Bunny. Look at the Faint Bunny comments. You said I'm honestly your most positive type A chatter? Don't be ridiculous. Who were type A chatters in the 1800s? I'm sure there was some version of type A chatters like down at the local tavern that are like, oh, you discarded 2 pair to try to get 3 of a kind, but the odds of getting a third card to round out your full house is actually greater than the odds of you drawing the one that completes your 3 of a kind or something like that. But I think that back in the day they probably just like put them in the stocks and then threw tomatoes at them. But nowadays that's like frowned upon in society. Oh, here we go. Hey NL +2 LOL, excellent delivery, excellent punchline. Your jokes are funny and make me laugh. Thank you for everything you do. I love your stream so much. Thank you, Faint Bunny. Appreciate it. Watch yourself. Perma that weirdo. It's just a little too far. Oh man. Please respond to Faint Bunny. I didn't know Faint Bunny was a Celtics fan, but I guess it makes sense. Lock in. It's Faint Bunny, you gotta relax, man. When did you become so sports-pilled, man? It must be a bad stream. Faint Bunny said this wasn't the best stream ever. No, it's because I didn't mention the Boston Celtics or Daniel Ricciardo, man. They actually did, though? Oh, okay, never mind then. Hello, Chiblee, by the way. Thank you, Faint Bunny. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Hello, NL. Your top-tier gaming is always inspiring. You will never be Faint Bunny. No disrespect. Thank you for the kind words. Local Thun... sorry, not Local Thug. Faint Bunny is wolf posting. Leave my streamer alone. You seeing the image? You know what I'm talking about. You know the image, man. You know the one with the Arctic wolf? I really don't want to have to play 2 fucking pair with you, but I think I'm going to because I'm scared. You're kind of dookie, but you're useless. You're useless. Do not tell Faint Bunny that they deserve VIP, okay? I still feel like almost all of their comments are satirical. I want them to know that I know that their comments are satirical, okay? So you're not getting one over on me, you piece. That's the first thing right there, and I'll tell you that for free. Hey NL, this is the best stream ever. See, like, it's a perfectly fine stream. It's not the best stream ever. That's why I can't take Faint Bunny seriously, man. The glazing is just too much. What's straight looking like? Level 14, little low. Not too bad though. We have an empty Joker spot too. We gotta do something with it, man. Faint Bunny's back. Somebody said Faint Bunny's shift is over already. I thought, yeah, like 90 minutes at the glazing factory is kind of like a half day, but no disrespect. Faint Bunny, welcome, welcome. Faint Bunny, how old are you? I just gotta know. Because it really changes. If you're like 20 years old and you're spending your day like meme posting in here, that's like, that's a vibe. Not necessarily healthy, but a vibe. But if you're like 40, I have to stop placating you because that's frightening.
Faint Bunny, hop on a Discord call right now. Hop on the Discord right now. Faint Bunny, hop in the Discord call right now. Waiting for you. Faint Bunny. Waiting for you. Why would you be nervous? Chat, why would you be nervous for me to talk to another chatter? Faint Bunny, what is your Discord name? Pyro? How come your names don't match? Faint Bunny, what's going on?
Hi Dan.
How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. How come your Discord name and your chat name don't match?
I think the username doesn't match, but like the second username matches in the profile.
Got it. I understand. Hey, this is no BM at all. I just want to ask, like, when you type messages in chat, they're all like literally like within the same vein. Like, is that just your MO?
What do you mean by that? My MO?
I mean, like you come in and be like, oh, amazing dodges. Like, it's always like, I mean, you want me to, I can pull up the audit. Hold on. Let me audit you real quick. Hold on 1 sec.
Well, to be fair, I mean, that backstabber was amazing.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Hold on. I got you. All right, let me pull up the audit here. Hey Dan, the stream is so amazing. I love you. Hey Dan, you're so good at Elden Ring. Hey Dan, it took me 2,400 tries to mesmer inspire seeing you take it less than 2,400 tries. So like I'm just trying to wrap my head around like the goal of those messages.
Well, the goal is to spread the truth.
Spread the truth. Okay. So you fought Mesmer 2,400 times?
No, but if I did fight him, it would take me 2,400 tries though.
Got it. Okay.
I just know it would.
Can I ask you, have you been banned in any other chats?
I think 2 chats. I got banned in NL's chat.
For what?
More than one. For I don't know.
Do you feel like the ban was just or no?
No, it wasn't.
What was the other chat you were banned in?
XQC's chat.
Okay. All right. Hey, thanks so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it. All right. All right. No, I get like everyone's trying to play a role in chat. I get it. I'm not mad at anyone. Hey Dan, I love you. Amazing call. I will say, Faint Bunny's got some brand equity, man. Chad, if you're gonna do one thing, you better be good at it, man. Faint Bunny context video.
Hey NL, if you want to win, please change your stake. This one is too hard for you. What the fuck? Who do you think unlocked it? What do you think on that one? This is where we need like alternate punishments.
Jeez. Wait, was that Faint Bunny? Was that Faint Bunny?
On Twitch. Because I don't really change your stake. This one is too... Hey NL, if you want to win, please change your stake. This one is too hard for you. What the fuck? Who do you think unlocked it? What do you think on that one? This is where we need like alternate punishments on... Some unusual punishments might be very effective. Hey NL, can you use a different deck, please? Kind regards, Faint Bunny. Didn't I time you out? Has it been 600 seconds already?
How can you time the guy out? He said kind regards. I may have never seen those words ever. Like he's writing a letter. How can you be mad at Faint Bunny for that, man? Can I beat this boss now? Kind regards. Yes, I can. Yeah. The two-handed talisman goes crazy if you found that. Kind regards. We have not found it yet, though. Tiberius, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Who do you think unlocked them? The thing is, I think why Faint Bunny got banned in NL's channel is because if Twitch was around when NL was a teenager, that's how he would treat streamers. 100%. I guarantee you he would do that to streamers. Without a doubt. He would type what he really wants to say and put like a little smile on the end of it. So the streamer, if the streamer got mad, it's kind of like, well, the streamer's a little bit... The backstab is hard to find, man. There's gotta be like a little place. Hey Dan, good try. You will get him next time. One hit?
Maybe try the two-handed talisman. Sincerely, kind regards, awaiting your response, best wishes, yours truly, kindly, as always, eager to hear back, with love, yours faithfully, Piece of Peace.
Rendos, thanks for the bits, I appreciate it.
Thank you for the donation. I appreciate your acquiescence.
Hey Dan, sub 18, don't worry. I can't stop reading Faint Bunny's messages now. Hey Dan, no worries, sub 19.
Wow, NL, you're so smart. I could never do this. Keep posting. You will never be Faint Bunny. By the way, I'm getting bullied to unban Faint Bunny. You know, I've unbanned Faint Bunny more than anybody else in this website's history. They're presently not banned. I have banned and unbanned them, I would say, 3 times. I woke up after Dan's Faint Bunny stream. This is a Jean Bombeur from the nation of France. I woke up, I don't know, maybe Thursday to a bunch of tweets that were like, please unban Faint Bunny. He's been unbanned for like 6 weeks, man.
Wasn't even close. Ranking. Awesome run. You're the best. Thank you, Faint Bunny. Very cool. Hey, NL, I didn't enjoy watching Forrest Gump. Based Faint Bunny? Faint Bunny pandering? No. I think they're being honest. Also, welcome back. It's been a bit. They said it 4 times. First time dealing with Faint Bunny? That's what they do, man. Hey, NL, how are you? Love the stream. Thank you, Faint Bunny. Good to have you back. Faint Bunny, they want you to be banned. The Discord is calling for you to be banned because you keep asking me to rehash the gay Morpheus bits. Someone in the Discord, or maybe it was even a mod, said, I audited Faint Bunny, and they posted about gay Morpheus 31 times yesterday. I'm not going to ban them for that. I think it's funny. Also, he's not gay, he's bi. Hey, NL, I still don't get your gay Morpheus joke. It's not gay, it's bisexual Morpheus, Faint Bunny. Then you said, should I watch The Matrix again or watch the sequels? You should watch both of the sequels once and then not watch the third one ever again and then watch the first one again, in my opinion. Do I have your permission to recommend the movie? I don't know if you've seen it or not, so I apologize. You know what, Faint Bunny? Why don't you just send it? Let's see what we got here. Go ahead, Faint Bunny. Let me see what you got. Faint Bunny, they're reformed. I recommend Kill Bill by Tarantino. I've heard of it. No, I'm not being rude. I have seen it. I think it's a good movie. I think it's an astute recommendation. You recommended a movie you thought I would like, and I'm here to tell you you're right. That wasn't for Faint Bunny. That was for the game. You want to hear my Taylor Swift joke? Apologies in advance if it's not funny. Okay, hey, hello, Apollo, by the way. Hello, Corey, hello. Yes, Faint Bunny, I'd love to hear your Taylor Swift joke. God, it would be sick if this was just the most fucking obscene, fucked up joke of all time. If it, like, isn't a pun based on some of her songs, but instead it was, like, exactly, if it was, like, the Aristocrats, I'm ready. Me, if I was Taylor Swift, we can leave the Christmas lights up till April. Oh, I did read it in chat, but I thought it was just something that somebody sent as like an off-the-cuff sort of thing. I didn't realize. I get that it's a joke related to the fact that I still have Christmas stuff behind me. No, you're right. I'm just being honest. I mean, it was fantastic. It's just not the sound we're going for right now. But it was fantastic. I didn't do anything to Faint Bunny, by the way. If Faint Bunny just got reprimanded in chat, that's from the mods. That's not from me. Now, am I going to admonish the mods? No, the messages were getting a little annoying, to be honest. I'm selling you. I don't need you. No, Faint Bunny, I don't hate you, but you just gotta... You're making enemies in chat. You're making enemies in chat that have good names. You just chill a little bit. Don't worry about it too much. Just chill. You don't need to try so hard, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You're enough as is. I did not say smoke a blunt. It's not legal for the streamer to say that. Even if that would mellow you out a lot and have no side effects whatsoever. Right, actually, it would have side effects. The side effects would be like make you cooler, increase the depth and breadth of your thought, make you have better taste in media, increase your attention span. Probably not that one. Hey, stop this. See, Faint Bunny, now you're talking. Before I send a dick pic, should I put it in a hot dog bun? That's way better than 3 hours of asking me to listen to your joke about 12 angry men. I think you got there. By the end of the stream, I think you got there. I think that's a funny comment. And you know what? Just for that, I'm just going to say it, man. Just for that, tell me your 12 angry men joke, please. Did you hear that they're making a all-women reboot of 12 Angry Men? It's called 12 Women. Okay, that's... Oh, the setup of everything that led to the joke makes it so much better, man. It's like the... I'm so glad I didn't say yes at like 9:30 because I would have been like, you can't say that. But after landing the hot dog bun joke and then sending it, that's huge. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's good. You had a good day today, Faint Bunny. And it came through at the end. It's like the movie Ready or Not. The whole time you're like, well, this is okay. And then, like, the third act, you're like, oh, shit. You clutched up. Faint Bunny, can you hold the Bob Dylan joke until after The sponsored segment. Okay, well, you know what? Just type it right now. You've earned a little cachet before I even get started here. I'm sure you had it pre-typed, right? We're looking, we're pausing, we're looking. We're pausing. Oh wait, here it is. Bob Dylan, if he experienced the Doppler effect, tangled up in red. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. It's apropos of nothing at all. But it's kind of like, it's ticklish. It tickled me a little bit. Can I request a topic of discussion? No, Faint Bunny, I've been seeing what you've been typing. You cannot request a topic of discussion. I'm sorry. Not today, man. Because I've been seeing what you've been typing. Hey, NL, I need help settling an argument. Oh, Faint Bunny. My sweet Faint Bunny. Help me settle an argument. Hey, NL, I need help settling an argument. Liv Soprano deserves to burn in hell. Liv Soprano will be greeted by Hitler in hell. I put mayo on my sandwich. I appreciate that, like, you're talking, like, you're becoming a chatter. You tried to sidle into the conversation and dominate the theme, and we said, not right now. And you said, okay, I'll reform and I'll become a chatter. But now you're trying to get back in. And it seems to be related to your professor. Why don't you just tell me what your beef is with your professor? Yeah, I'm not... no, man. No, I'm not getting involved with that. Because it seems like your question was... Do you think that society harbors too much animosity for relationships between non-biological siblings? Man, I don't want to get involved in all that. You got a hot stepsister, that's... Congratulations, man. It's none of my business. Or stepbrother! Or non-binary step-sibling. But that's not... It's not my area of expertise. I'm an only child, man. My fuck-ass professor better not be unionized. Buddy, are you trying to take your professor down because he doesn't want you gooning the step-sibling pornography? Like, what are we talking about here, Faint Bunny? You gotta let it go, man. You got on your life on this planet, you're gonna be meeting with a lot of people who disagree with you. You don't have to just take a personal dispute to this extent. If they engaged in some kind of, like, misconduct, that's a different story. But it just seems like you guys are having a dispute on something. My professor is great. Faint Bunny, that's character growth, man. That's good. You like Bella Ramsey as an actor? Faint Bunny, with all due respect, we have to get you off of Reddit. Toot sweet. Faint Bunny, you're cooking something up there. What is the best Christoph Waltz movie is a funny-ass sentence, man. That's a funny sentence. Faint Bunny, you're honing in on that sense of humor. I think you're gonna get there, man. Inglourious Bastards? Nah. Not a good movie. There's bad people in it. Violence doesn't solve anything. Horrible Bosses 2? Yeah, that's more my speed. If I had a horrible boss, you know what I would do? Unionize, probably. Faint Bunny, why are you crashing out today, Faint Bunny? We gotta talk, man. I have to know. You're trolling today. Is it because I said I didn't want to hear your Canadian joke? I didn't even say that. I thought it. He's pissed you're streaming on Memorial Day? What does it matter to you, bro? You're here every day. Even the time you got banned, I think. Also, you're Canadian? I know, that means we have a sense of humor. Of course I want to hear your Canadian joke. You want to hear a joke about women or Canada? Okay, Faint Bunny, let's start with the Canada joke. I'm ready. Things have chilled down a little bit. We're ready for some banter. Okay, that's a funny joke. Canada sucks because one half speaks French and the other half lets them. It's offensive, but the bluntness of the joke really actually adds a little bit to it. I'll give you that. I did not say let's hear the joke about women. You're entitled to post it if you want, but I'm also entitled to ban you if it's bad. That's a recycled joke from Reddit. That's fine. It made me laugh a little bit. And you know from my glazing, I support Quebec more than the average Anglophile. I guess I'm not an Anglophile, I'm an Anglophone. You've seen me play Scrandle. Have they posted the joke? I don't know, man. I've been waiting so long. No, maybe they're still typing it. All right, I'm gonna say it. I have to say I don't think this one is as good, Faint Bunny. Why did the two women cancel their sushi date? Because there was no man to pay the bill. I have to say that I get what you're going for with the joke. I don't even think it's that offensive. It just doesn't have a... there's no punch to it. It's giving bitter... Yes, it's giving bitter energy. Thank you. And not just because it's offensive, because it's not even really offensive. It's very, like, a milquetoast level of offense. I'm, like, more offended as a comedian than as a guy who respects women, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Faint Bunny said secret basement under every church. Faint Bunny, how do we get there? You got to tell us quick and now.
That's huge.
Do you trust that guy?
Chat, stop typing Lamau. I can't see what Faint Bunny said.
A lot of people said, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Barker,
Okay.
Let's go
Barker,
tree.
bro.
Tree, tree,
Oh,
tree,
no,
tree.
tree.
Secret basement under the tree. Wait, is there not actually a secret under the church? Oh, here we go. The wall. Okay.
Big lad over here, too.
The fact that you trusted the bro for even a second, it actually baffles me.
I mean, it just seems so genuine.
You got Faint Bunny in chat quoting Hamilton, man. What happened? I like it, man. I like it, okay? I know it's a little cringe, but I like it nonetheless. I don't know, man. Something about Faint Bunny Hamilton posting is really funny to me. And I think it's the fact that it's not a bit is like the best part of it, sincerely. I don't know, man. He's living an honest life, I think. How can I be mad at that, man? Faint Bunny. What did I miss? There you go, little Faint Bunny NL crossover. Look around how lucky we are to be alive right now. Honestly, Faint Bunny, I'm glad that the show affected you. You know, that's like, we shouldn't be shaming that. We should be embracing that more as human beings. You know, it moved you. That's good. Now, I get the luxury of saying it's cringe because it did move me, but it moved me a long time ago. It was like 5 years ago now. So I can act superior, as if like I'd be like, my superior intellect wouldn't let me be moved by something like that. Truth is, I just got it out of the way a little sooner than you. You were less annoying about it? Nah, it's rose-colored glasses. I was talking about Hamilton a lot. Summer 2020. August 2020, I think I was like Jake Paul. That shit was every day, bro. All right. Faint Bunny, though, you got to be careful when you quote King George II, man. Because some of those lines are a little spicy, okay? Definitely should have played this first. That's my bad. It was mostly fixated on the joke. Faint Bunny posting all these lyrics in a row got me realizing Hamilton is cringe. Yeah, but you know what's really cringe is basing your opinion on something based on the behaviors of people who enjoy it. Like, that's how people get radicalized on social media, man. They see, like, one YouTube video where, like, a person has a breakdown inside of a donut shop or something like that, and then they completely throw away their values. Like, their politics just become like, hey, I want to support anything that makes this annoying person angry. Like, they see one video, but then the human mind, like, extrapolates it and is like, did you know there's people out there doing this? Nah, man, it's just one crazy lady at Cartems. Don't even worry about it. You got to derive your values from base principles, bro, and go from there. Yeah, Faint Bunny's been posting like that for like several hours at this point, but I don't know, man. Nothing human is alien to a fellow like me. Faint Bunny says, thoughts on the James Bond rumors, NL? Faint Bunny, I'm not talking to you after the shit that you were pulling in chat yesterday, just so you know. What did they say? They made like I don't know, maybe like 200 bald jokes yesterday, over and over and over again, man. Probably assuming, stupidly, that I didn't see them. Of course I saw them, man. I was playing deck builders, so I had nothing else to look at. Why is Faint Bunny not banned, but people get banned for minor backseating? Because Faint Bunny is occasionally funny, and backseaters are always annoying. Also, they don't get banned for minor backseating. They get banned for like condescending ass, like green tech style backseating. Someone being like, what I would do is like fake out with a rainbow flick just to get a little space and then pass to the option. Like, that's good, but they're always like, says he wants to do this, accidentally does another thing, I can't. And the worst part is I know when they're typing it, they're not even laughing. They're putting an emoji of mirth, but actually they're typing it like this. The only time they feel real emotion is when they get banned, and then I get these treacly-ass, mealy-mouthed unban requests that are like the fucking trauma dump of their life story for why they were being kind of a dickhead. It wasn't even that serious, but like they're being... All of a sudden, it's... the only time they show any shred of humanity is after they're penalized, is what I'm trying to say. Well, you get unbanned most of the time regardless. Sometimes you get unbanned, and then I put bet in the clemency report, but still, this is huge. Faintbunny's back. It's crazy because summer vacation was like, it should have started like a month and a half ago or something. More caskets. Can I say, I don't know if anybody else has been paying attention to this. I've really been enjoying seeing Fartmaster18 1 to 2 times per stream. Just type Fartmaster18 in the chat. In my head, it always has like the same energy as like Gimli saying "Am I axe?" I know it's a millennial joke, but we'll be talking about something else. I'll be reading the chat for like the next thing to say, and then I just see Fartmaster18, and then I look over at the username, and the username is Fartmaster18, and I'm like, yes, sir. That's what it's like. It's like you're like, imagine if like the Yalta Council, instead of like FDR, they had like Bulbasaur there. Stalin is like, we'll push them into Berlin from the east. And then Winston Churchill's like, we'll provide aerial support from the north. And then Bulbasaur is like, Bulbasaur! You'd be like, damn, dude. I'm gonna fucking cry. It's bringing a tear to my eye. That's the Fartmaster18 energy. And don't get it twisted. I am for it. What's happening in chat? We're all pretending we're Pokemon by just typing our names out. This is a crazy thing to be doing as like a 36-year-old man. But it feels fucking good, man. I don't know why it felt so good just to be a part of something. Origin, try it out. You might be surprised, man. I got a smile on my face. I thought it was beneath me too, but then when I did it, I was like, damn, that felt kind of good. I might even do it one more time. Just to be a part of like a fucking... Who would have thought, man? Feels good to be a drop in the fucking ocean. I'm gonna send you over to my wife's stream. I gotta meditate on that for a bit. That's a thinker, man. I did a great bit yesterday where I said, chat, let's all pretend to be Pokemon and just type our name into chat.
Oh, yeah. That's cringe.
But dude, I was like, that's what I was thinking. But then after I typed my name in chat, in the flood of other people just typing their name in chat, it felt so fucking good, man. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. There's just something, it's like being a part of something bigger than yourself.
I hate that my brain immediately was like, how many people just typed like a slur?
You got a lot of people typing Fartmaster18, but that's...
I mean, that's what's that about?
That's a tribute to the GOAT. Every once in a while, this guy named Fartmaster18 just shows up and types Fartmaster18.
I have to... Okay, so
okay.
I'm gonna ruin Fartmaster18 for your chat.
Oh,
right?
fuck. Oh, fuck.
He didn't start typing Fartmaster18, or he did start typing it after, but he said Fartmaster18, wonder if these nerds ever read chat. So he doesn't just type Fartmaster18.
Wait, one second.
He also said Fartmaster18, my tongue is resting on your mama clit. He said,
And this is the guy you all worship.
Fartmaster18, you are farting manually.
He did say you fuckers will never be me.
He says your funeral will not be attended.
Wow. Damn, and y'all love this guy.
Reading AI comments stream.
Sorry, I had to...
Bijan Robinson is not a good pick for #1 in fantasy this year.
Sorry, my tongue resting on your mama clit is great.
Hold on, sorry, I'm his longest turn ever. I was reading.
Damn, he really did. Like, he became a fucking meme chatter like halfway through his chat life.
You are now farting manually is really...
That's fucking hilarious.
That's a really fucking good one.
Oh no, I'm farting. Oh.
First message in chat, July 2023. Lyndon B. Johnson had a horse cock. Yeah?
All right. Yeah, no, it's true.
Well, it sounded like he started off meme chatting.
Well, we were probably talking about something that made that relevant to the conversation.
Probably his horse cock.
I had someone the other day pop in and say something, and they were like, how's that for a first-time chat message? And I was like, That wasn't your first time fucking chat message. It was their second chat message. Their first one was in like 2020. And they were like, I have no idea how I ever found my way here. I'm like,
Dude, I love that when you see like they've chatted like 10 times. The first message is like 8 years ago, and it's like, wow, this game looks really cool. And then the 8th message is like some kind of horrible, like incestuous meme that's like 12 inside jokes wrapped in each other. You know what I love is when you see a chatter that you haven't seen in a while, but they're still doing the same bit you noticed them for like ages ago. I saw a message in my chat, come to Iceland, and I looked at the name and I said, damn, is that Iceland Fan 2K?
Nice. Yep.
It's been a long time. I remember recognizing them.
Yeah, I'll never forget the day they told me, and I was like, I can't remember how it came up, but I was like, no, you know what? I'll come visit you someday. They were like, I've never been there.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I don't know what it's like.
Blew my mind.
That's pretty terrific.
That's sick, man. But that's misrepresented.
Just a fan.
You can't say come to Iceland if you don't live there. That's you're lying.
Well, I mean, maybe that's like Iceland's slogan.
They should be typing like, you should visit Iceland someday. Would you ever visit Iceland?
How do you feel about Iceland?
The first time Fart Master came to my stream, he did the usual bit, then immediately DM'd me asking to be a mod.
Okay, that's... Don't give him mod power.
In every chat that's not yours, Ryan. You gotta.
I appreciate the hustle.
The thing is, though, like
he made an alt account and said, "Can you please unban Fartmaster in your chat?"
That's crazy.
and then we banned him too. So
damn.
Yeah, you shut it down quick.
Fartmaster has been completely chill in my chat and only says Fartmaster, and I respect that.
Yeah, that's strong. I like that.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, though, and I apologize if this hurts your feelings. Once you become a gimmick chatter, you can't parlay that into being a streamer. Like, you can't be Fartmaster18 and then go live and be like, this is my Nuzlocke run.
I unfortunately have to fully agree with you on that. Yeah,
you gotta choose.
That's a hard rule for me.
You gotta choose. Wow!
Oh my god!
So, like, soft count, I'm at 101 stars.
Just to be clear, Ricky also says, I have nothing but respect for Fartmaster.
Sure.
We're all pro Fartmaster here.
I'm not pro Fartmaster, but I think that there has to be someone on the other side or it's not fun.
I agree. I agree. I couldn't agree
Here's the thing,
more,
though,
actually.
and this is legit, though. Like, a gimmick chatter in a chat full of 15,000 people is different than a gimmick chatter in a chat full of, like, 500 people.
I agree with that.
Like if you're in, like, a...
That goes off the screen real fast when you got lots of chat messages.
If you're like a 6-viewer streamer, you would hate to have Fartmaster.
You not want Fartmaster.
Yeah, you'd be like insanely in your head. Like only one person talks and they just say their name.
What do you guys think? Would you 100 guys could do a lot of damage, but a gorilla's like really strong. 8 messages, Fartmaster18, Fartmaster18. Oh fuck.
I've told this story before, but I'll never forget. Like, this is like Justin TV Twitch days, while both still existed. I'm playing Isaac, and I just had dental work done, and my stream title was ever play not Isaac, I was playing Meat Boy. And it was called, you ever play Meat Boy on Weed? And there's someone in the chat just asking, like, what's Weed like? And I'm like, oh, it's so sick, it's awesome. Then I click on their profile after the stream, and it's them fucking coloring with crayons, because they were like a 7-year-old child.
Oh my god.
And I like didn't stream for weeks after that. They were my only chatter the whole day.
Oh shit.
Holy cow, that's
It was
funny.
unreal.
We're not talking about Fartmaster18 anymore. I'm sorry to say.
I'm getting tired of doing this bit. I've never seen him talk.
Can I please interact with my friend?
No! Back to the mines!
I need to see you type your fucking name and it be in red text.
I have interests.
Now what the fuck do we say to that? Fartmaster 18.
Fartmaster 18 got banned from all of my friends' chats. He's back today. No, he's doing the same thing today. For like 6 months, he was just typing Fartmaster 18. And then yesterday, he said, I can't do this fucking bit anymore. And he just started typing my name like once every 2 minutes for 5 hours. And then Justin was like, did anyone else have Fartmaster 18 in their chat today? He kept adding me and then saying, we got to meet up later today. We got to meet up later today. So Justin banned him. And I was like, it's like a menacing ass message. That's why I do have more respect for Scath Eyes, man. Scath Eyes, they go back to the bit. Fartmaster 18 might just be trying out a new bit, but they also might be experiencing like, you know, mental distress or something. Which, not to be rude, but is literally not my problem. Because if the streamer was responsible for the mental health of everybody in chat, they would never get anything done. Because at least like 25% of you are fucking crazy. That's just like, you got to talk to somebody about that. You can't put that burden on me. It is a crazy first message. At Gavin Newsom, what do you think about the current governor of California? Connor Eat Pants, is that you? Gavin Newsom says, play Hearthstone. Sorry, buddy. Thought you had a good gimmick account, but I think you might actually be washed. First message was a pretty good one. Second message, I'm starting to think you might not have the wherewithal to sustain the bit. Listen, this is not a knock on the game at all. All I'm going to say is 7 people within 3 seconds telling me to play a game. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but even I can connect the dots on that one. You can email northernlionbusiness@gmail.com for serious inquiries only. Otherwise, eat this 600-second timeout. I didn't do anything. I'm just hypothetically saying that it would be funny. You also fought the bed. That's true. I thought you were talking about, like, I woke up this morning. Because we always talk about... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. It's played out. It was just a speed run, man. At Gavin Newsom comes into the chat. What do you think about the current governor of California? It's a funny bit. Pretend to be a politician. I've only seen it 100 times, but it still titillates me. It still makes me chuckle a little bit. Then you start asking me to play some video game that I've never heard of. And then you say, you're ass at this game. And then you say, I feel bad for you. It's just... Is it a PA day today or something? Like, what's going on? Because you gotta be in middle school. Because, I mean, if you're my age, I'm just gonna stop talking because I don't want to be held responsible for what happens afterwards. But it's a Tuesday. They don't do PA days on Tuesday, right? Or what do they call them in the US? We got some salad dodgers. That's all I'm saying. 0% in the labyrinth? I have an invite code to the bazaar if you want. It's like Slay the Spire. So here's the thing. Yesterday, an individual named Gavin Newsom came into the chat. With his first time message, they said, what is your opinions on the current governor of California? I said, that's pretty funny. What a funny gimmick account. Their second message, they said, please play the bazaar. So I felt like I was becoming a victim of astroturfing. And then in their third message, they said, you're so ass at this, I feel bad for you. So as a result, I don't know if they are simply a fan of the game or if they were maybe an independent contractor designed to virally market and astroturf the game. But the game is forever now associated with that chatter in my head. So I'm not saying I'll never play it. What I will say is I'm gonna need to get a better recommendation than an anonymous chatter. If a new restaurant opened up in your city and someone cut you off in traffic and then said, hey, go to this restaurant, you would probably be less likely to go to that restaurant than in any average other restaurant that you could pull from because you have a negative association with it. And that's not the fault of the developers. It's, I assume, it's not the fault of the publisher. It's current governor of California, Gavin Newsom's fault. Dude, we're starting hot though. Would you unban this person? Okay, let me give you the relevant context first. Following for 6 years, previously subscribed for 30 months, 999 plus messages. I was idly speaking about the bazaar. They green texted me. Man has no idea how to develop a video games. Speaks anyway. The misspelled video games with a comma in it. It's very programmer core. But anyway, okay. So they got banned. I'll admit that's maybe a little harsh. But the unban request is sending me, man. It's a fucking... When you accidentally give the valedictorian like 99 on an essay instead of 100. The bizarre segments are antagonistic by their very nature, and that's the gist of them. NL antagonizing the chat, chat antagonizing the streamer, that's content. That's the engagement the platform longs for. I don't think I overstepped. I was and always has played by the rules of engagement in the theater of masks. That is the back and forth stream NL conducts. What do you think, man? What do you... He's so real for that? I kind of respect it because he made me mad, and he's like, of course I made you mad. That's what this shit's all about. And I'm like, damn, man. He's seeing through the veil. That's got to be an unban. Add a note to this user. Based, I never thought of it that way. Please keep maintaining the equilibrium, which stirs the drink. Send on ban decision. Gavin Newsom, I feel I was misrepresented. That one's not coming down. A lot of your... Sorry, this comment, like... And with dementia, well, my 21-year-old nephew is fucking his Turbo Lucy Lou sex robot 24/7. Nick Merck's official. You were on thin ice like a day ago, and you brought it back, buddy. I didn't think that the redemption could happen that quickly, but you brought it back. That's a crazy comment. I respect that. I think you might have finally found your character's voice. That's crazy. Sometimes you just gotta let the novelty accounts, like, you gotta let them simmer for a little bit. They do clear Gavin Newsom in Twitch chat. That might even be the same person, but... They're behind both monikers, but... Moniker! Remember that? Too Fast, Too Furious? That's true. Gavin Newsom is the reason I'm playing this game. No Isaac Daily today? Alright, Nick Merck's official, you lost your aura. You had so much aura. I understand. You know what it was? You just released It Follows, and you're like, I need a follow-up. Boom. That's how we got Under the Silver Lake. That's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of people like that movie, but it wasn't as much of a crowd pleaser as the first one. Come on. Nick Merck's official, come on. You're getting me. I gotta admit, you're getting me a little bit. I almost read it. They said 19-year-old Emma Stone or 19-year-old Margaret Qualley. I don't know. I'd have to see some more movies, man. I'd have to see some more movies, I guess. I don't know that much about their oeuvres. Chad, stop answering that. It's not meant to be answered. Smiling Friends poster behind you soon. See, Nick Merck's official. You're kind of... That's more like... I think when you are role-playing as if you were actually Nick Merck's responding to stuff, that's when the character works at its best. It's when you are asserting that you are Nick Merck's. When the charade kind of falls apart a little bit. You have to embody the character, not assert that you are the character. There's no character? Buddy, there's a character. You maybe lack the vision to see it. I did for a while as well. I needed Morpheus to come get me. Look, buddy, it's transient, shifting like water. That's the only thing I miss on Twitter, is the occasional, like, actually incredible philosophical post that you would see. Favorite Howard Stern guest? I don't know. Can I get a list of all the Howard Stern guests who have rode the Sibian on the show? Okay, Hillary Clinton did not ride the Sibian when she went on Howard Stern, okay? She was like, wah, 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 talking about politics or something. Not the reason I listen to the show. Hop on the Sibian or get the fuck off the air, lady. Whoever you are. Play Schedule 1. Aren't you the dude who asked me about Hillary Clinton on the Sibian? Are you also behind the Gavin Newsom official troll account? I know you're Gavin Newsom, man. You can't fucking fool me. You're Gavin Newsom official. You type exactly like Gavin Newsom official. You bring up the same type of shit that Gavin Newsom official brought up. But can we say that one of the legacies of the like 2 days that Gavin Newsom official was in chat, he did get me to play the Bazaar. He was spitting with that one. What a shot. You can expand the upgrade preview box on the right side. Sorry, I gotta deal with this. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. LSU baseball or Green Wave baseball? Okay, I don't know what Green Wave is, but you are Opie and Anthony fan club, right? And you are Gavin Newsom official. All the novelty accounts that you're making have the exact same form for the username. It's always blah, 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 like proper noun, absurd relation to that proper noun. Official Gavin Newsom, Opie and Anthony fan club, and now what is this, Tulane baseball #1 fan? What's going on? I'm just wondering what's going on here. I'm allowed to ask questions? I'm the one asking questions. You're allowed to give answers, man. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. I don't know who Carson Beck is. I don't even follow real baseball, much less college baseball. Who the heck are the Green Hornets? It's pretty simple. I have a heuristic. If your sport has a team in Myrtle Beach, I'm not fucking with it. I'm 56 and have all 4 of my grandparents still alive. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. I gotta recognize you switched up your style. You're coming at with a little bit more cerebral with debate. Obviously, that's false. I'm not saying it's impossible. You could live in a blue zone. Chat, what are we watching on the bike tomorrow, by the way? I saw Mickey 17 is available for rent on YouTube, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not paying $23.99 Canadian to rent it. I'll pay $14.99 on Prime Video to rent it, but no, we're not doing a 90-minute bang bus ride, okay? First off, I don't think I trust you to ride it to completion. Was that who I think it was? It is Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. God damn it. Why can't you guys be more like Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane? Lone Star is amazing. I don't know if you'll ever see it again from me on stream, just because it's kind of, I think it's more of a play by yourself or YouTube game. But I think Lone Star is actually really, really, really good. It's boring as fuck. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane, shut the fuck up, man. I've had enough of your BS. I've had enough of your guff, okay? That's my goat you're talking about. Put him in the crystal. 2025 Chattanooga Lookout says turn TTS on. Buddy, you are just Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. It's the same syllabic template every single time. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. I'm not getting hair loss treatment, okay? That being said, on Reddit, literally every second post is an ad for hair loss treatment. I was showing Kate last night. I was like, they all also start with the... Oh my god. They all start with the funniest sell of all time. And it's like, the #1 thing with hair loss treatment is you gotta start early. Buy today. And I'm like, buddy, if you gotta start early, then you got the wrong guy. You're wasting your money. Because I've been bald since 2008. It's... No disrespect to you. You're saving lives or whatever. Or something. You're saving hairs at least. But like, I think I'm a lost cause in that domain. Please, wait, I don't remember their username. 2025 Chattanooga Lookouts. Please leave Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane alone. They're doing the Lord's work in chat. I don't think they've got it all under control yet, but I think they got the spirit. I think they could become a truly legendary chatter. Same guy? Well, yeah, I know. You crazy? I just walked over here. You did not get head from 5 different girls at Coachella this weekend. That's just not even conceivable, man. It's not even like, it's not a Riz. I'm not doubting your Riz capacity. I'm doubting like your physiology. Is it a long weekend? In 3 days, I could see that. 2 days and you've been taking drugs and drinking all Coachella? I don't buy it. Maybe you're built different, though. You're assuming they're male? Of course, they're Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane, or whatever their name was. Yeah, 2025 Chattanooga Lookouts. That's exactly what I'm saying. Never been to a music festival? I've been to Hillside, but Hillside doesn't have that kind of vibe, I think. But one of my friends went to like Burning Man 2009. I remember he was telling me about, and he is a friend of mine, but he was telling me about how cool it was, and everything he said sounded like the least something I never wanted to interface with in my entire life. That's what I realized. You can be friends with someone who's like, you know, you guys are not necessarily kindred spirits. We're going to die, by the way. That's fine. He was saying, like, they had because they have, like, stalls, right? Or, like, tents where people can set up merchandise. He was saying there was a tent where women could go and shove an instrument up their vagina, and then they would squeeze as hard as they could, and whoever had the strongest vagina at the end of the day won, like, a prize. They had, like, a leaderboard and stuff. And I was like, thanks, man. That sounds fucking horrible. That sounds filthy. It sounds trashy. It sounds fucking disgusting. It sounds like I don't want any part of anybody who would be spectating this. I like unsanitary, just like, nah, man, I don't really want to see that. So you don't like women? I would go out on a limb and say I probably wouldn't vibe with a lot of the women that are at Burning Man, if I had to guess. I think that one, and it's a stereotype, so I apologize, but one stereotype is the TikToker lady who said she healed her kidney infection with the power of meditation or something. And then the other one is like, in my day job, I'm like the CMO for like this NFT marketplace. But once a year, I really like to go to Burning Man and like open my mind to figure out how to revolutionize the software as a service medium. Like that's the other one that I sort of imagine you would meet there. And I just don't think that's my kind of energy, to be honest with you. I'm kind of like a what's up, not much, how about you? Just chilling sort of guy. I'm going to read this. I can't believe I'm going to read this. I knew a bitch so into kegels, I thought my ish was going to pop like a water balloon when we'd fuck. No, you didn't. You did not. This never happened, man. That's really funny, though. You're getting really close to being like an elite chatter. You're getting really close. I think within like another couple of weeks, they might be the ultimate chatter. All we needed was a pump room, man. Shed Theory Official says, browse wallpaper engine. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. I didn't know, I'm just being sincere with you. I didn't know you could just make accounts like every day. Does Twitch, don't I have like verified chat on? Don't you have to like have a burner phone number for like every account you set up? You don't, thank God. Oh, thanks for reminding me. It's not the same guy. Buddy, it's the same guy. Not answering that question. Oh, man. Lyndon-based Johnson. I respect you, Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. You're extending an olive branch. Instead of coming in at the start of the stream, right out of the gates with something incendiary to attract attention, you're trying to ingratiate yourself a little bit by giving me an easy segue. You know, like one of those swimming pools that has like the easy entry. You can walk down a ramp like into the swimming pool. But I've sniffed you out a mile away. Because the username template is always the same. It's always a famous person's name. I've sniffed you out. Who's Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane? I think he's another man named Bello moving around mysteriously or something like that. I think he's like, I didn't do it, he said, and he holds up his hands. I was only robbing the register. I hope you understand. Sing the whole song. How good of a bit would be if I actually sang the whole song, but then I just didn't say what you told me to sing the song to hear, but it was like 8 minutes of me just singing the song and then censoring the one word. It'd be a pretty good bit, right? It'd be a pretty fun bit for me. Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. New username, huh? Senshow2049. This time it's not just a famous person's name plus like a college softball team. Let me see. If this says account created in the last 3 days. Account created March 20th, 2016. Well. Maybe I'm shadowboxing. Or maybe it's a fucking the long con. Exactly. Chum is free with Cove? Oh, it's free. It's free, huh? So you're telling me I could buy it with $0? If I had $0, I could buy it? Because it's free, right? Tesla stock diamond hands. At this point, it's carsonbeckmiamihurricane. All I'm asking, okay? You gotta mix up the username creation algorithm, okay? Because it's always like, it's 4 words, it has the same cadence every time. Just ban them? No, they're like an all-time great chatter, man. They've said some dumb stuff. Well, glass houses, maybe. I don't know. I was talking mostly about myself. I've said some dumb stuff. Remember that time I said more people in Omaha, Nebraska commute by bike than in New York City? It was, to be fair, it was per capita, by the way. I didn't think, because there's like, I don't even know, like 20 million people in New York. So I didn't think that on an absolute quantity level that there were more Nebraskans commuting to work by bike. But I just thought like because Omaha doesn't have a subway. So honestly, I thought that like New York, there's other, like I would rather take the subway than bike, to be honest with you. If the subway's going where I want to go, you're going to do this for me. Shiny Fang, you're going to do this for me. I'm going to be anointed by the... That one, that's an aura blow, to be honest. You almost got me, Carson Beck. You almost got me.
How do you hugelings use these things?
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Damn, he just keeps getting taller, man. New Robert Kirkman Walking Dead Telltale Games HBO show announcement via Blue Sky. Tesla Stalker Diamond Hands. You got some... That's a fucking cellar door right there. Holy shit, man. Hang on, I'm dying? I gotta scroll up and see that again. No, never mind, I own you? Because you're not asking me which one of the Sanders brothers I would blow my back out for. The answer is Bernie, obviously. Let me see what the hell you said. I want to make sure I got it right, okay? React to new Robert Kirkman Walking Dead Telltale Games HBO show announcement. That's a... On Blue Sky, that's a great comment. Rip Dennis Miller, he would have loved Shadur Sanders falling in the draft. It's the most that a Sanders has dodged the draft since Bernie pretended to be a conscientious objector in Vietnam. But I don't want to go off on a rant here, but does anybody else think that my balls smell like my ass? You know what I'm talking about? Justin, you strike me as a big Dennis Miller guy. You strike me as a big millhead. I saw him live once. I unironically used to be, when I was like 11, I was like, Dennis Miller's probably the funniest guy on the planet. K-Bat, what's your problem? The hell, K-Bat? I was your strongest soldier. I'm always repping your Price Chopper line.
Ask Ryan if he likes Price Chopper.
Is that K-Bat 24?
It is. He was in chat yesterday and he's like, ask Ryan this, ask Ryan this, ask Ryan this, ask Ryan this. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna remember what you're asking me to ask him, and you won't tell me what it is the next day.
K-Bat's wild, man. I don't know. He was in Dan's chat during a sponsor stream. He wrote, I spent 2 nights inside the Price Chopper. And that's just like, that phrase, it's like a cognito hazard. Like, it's just been stuck diagonally in my brain for like 2 weeks and it won't come out. I think it's bars.
What is the Price Chopper?
I think it's like a grocery store.
We're chopping prices!
In my head, I think he slept in the Price Chopper, to be honest. He's got a... K-Bat's going off. You're not my mom, K-Bat. Literally, you're not my mom. Play Shadow of the Colossus. K-Bat, what are you... I'm gonna find out that there's like... You ever see those videos of... people in like the app farms where they have like 500 phones in front of them and they're just writing like 5-star reviews for new restaurants and stuff that are like, this restaurant was great. I love the way they had food and drinks. I'm feeling like there's something going on with K-Bat and carsonbeckmiamihurricane. Like they got a Discord chat where they're figuring things out together and trying to they're probing to see what gets through the security. Why are you such a coward? K-Bat, what did I do? What did I do to you, man? I didn't do anything. Dan gets you on Discord for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you're not fucking with me anymore. Please, NL, I need money. Well, stop fucking... Oh, there's no keys for sale, you fuckers! Stop calling me a coward then, K-Bat. I'm not gonna give you any money, but still. You're not gonna bully me into giving you my lunch money or something like that. I'm not liquid right now. It's all on the blockchain. Ban Fartmaster18. Ricky, I respect you. I'm not gonna ban Fartmaster18. We're building up like we're world building some chatters. WestElmCaleb, KBat24, Fartmaster18, faintbunnyy. Like we're assembling a team, is what I'm trying to say. We're assembling a team. It's not that different. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Sorry. carsonbeckmiamihurricane came back with a heater this morning. First time chat message, disavow John Landis. I disavow. I never vowed John Landis, okay? I disavow John Landis. In no uncertain terms. Read my lips. I disavow John Landis, okay? I was never fucking with him to begin with. I always get him confused with John Hughes. Anyone know how I remove sexually explicit games from the Steam store? First off, I think you are carsonbeckmiamihurricane. Secondly, the only way is to, I think you gotta buy them all. It's like a Righteous Gemstones thing. If you buy every single one, they won't have any more stock to sell. What do you mean I gotta stop making chatters famous? What are you talking about? I don't create martyrs. That's not true. What's wrong with Fartmaster18? Well, I don't... But that's not Fartmaster18's problem that he has ambition. You know, he became Fartmaster18. He became like a known symbol in this chat. And now he's starting to like try it in other chats. That's be mad at humanity, man. Don't be mad at Fartmaster18. That's something in the human brain. And then who else are you mad at? WestElmCaleb. We got character growth, man. I went from hating WestElmCaleb for like reasons that I don't even fully understand to glazing WestElmCaleb. And like that's the way that people move from one arc to another is representative of growth, man. Like the tectonic plates of personality shifting is how we, you know, see how deep the Earth's core is. I had a whole ass take about WestElmCaleb. Oh no, man. Oh no. What did WestElmCaleb do now? My take is that people need group chats to share rather than TikToks. That's how I feel now. Everybody's typing new pope in chat. They really think I'm Hassan, man. I don't know shit about Catholicism. I haven't even seen The Passion of the Christ. I've seen Dogma and Conclave. That's basically like the sum total of what I understand. You're definitely the most boomer-coded influencer. Buddy, have you been online in like the last 5 years? Sentence doesn't even make any sense. Wait, no, you got me. Oh, I have to recognize is real. That was carsonbeckmiamihurricane. They're posting his Keck W Enjoyer Reformed. I've been gotten, man. It took a slightly new username with underscores between all the words, but you got me. I have to carsonbeckmiamihurricane 7.0. I got to spill the beans. Twitch is on to you because you're leaving like first-time chat messages, but they're actually you can't see this, but they're surrounded by a box that says suspicious user. So they've now, like Twitch they've sniffed your packets and they know that you're making more accounts. That was not me putting a suspicious user tag on you. That's literally like the algorithm on the website it sussed you out, and I don't think that's fair because you haven't really done anything wrong. You're just trying to make people laugh in chat. They'll hate you for it. I love that you just tanked it, didn't even respond like out of character. I'm certainly not reading your message, but it does remind me, I need to find a way to get Reddit to not serve me shit from r/The Last of Us. Because I didn't care the first time, and I care even fucking less the second time. Who gives a shit? Holy fuck, who fucking cares? Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's good or bad. I just wish that people would shut up about it, man. We gotta, like, when we regurgitate the culture, that's bad enough. But when you regurgitate the culture war, you're willfully sewing yourself into the human centipede. You know that, right? Like, you're showing up to the doctor's office with a needle and thread and saying, put me like 17th in line. And then you love the taste of the shit, which is crazy. Can I just say, so this is carsonbeckmiamihurricane, possible ban evader monitoring. I wasn't reading the earlier message. I think you hit gold with this one. They wrote, and I quote, Dan Carlin voice, and I quote, I swear one of my mom's friends used to look like prime Jamie Lee Curtis. I used to goon to her Facebook all the time. Right blend of funny and disgusting. Sorry, end quote. Right blend of funny and disgusting to get your message read. That's a funny message. I'm not banning him. That's funny. It's funnier than anything you've ever written in chat, probably. I'm not going to VIP him. He's going to have a new account tomorrow. He's going to need a VPN, but I don't know, man. Fuck soccer. You're Carson Beck, Miami Hurricane. You're so back. I got to tell you, Carson Beck, by the way, you've now become so sussed by the website that not only do you get a suspicious user border around your messages, they've actually, mods, are you seeing this? They've started graying out Carson Beck's messages. It's like they've actually elevated you to an even more suspicious user than the default suspicious user. We don't even see them in chat anymore. It's just me. That's a buff, bro. You become suspicious enough only the streamer sees the message. That seems like an unintended knock-on effect of the design. Sort these people by how old they were when they won the Grammy Award for Best New Artist, starting with the oldest. Okay, I'll tell you, LeAnn Rimes was young as fuck. She was like 14 years old when she like blew up. Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish, also very young. Olivia Rodrigo might be like 19 or 20 now. Billie Eilish might be like 23 now, but Bad Guy was like 5 years ago. So I think it's this, man. I think Megan Thee Stallion was the oldest. Sheryl Crow, Carrie Underwood, Olivia, Billie, LeAnn. Okay, honestly, I'm goated. And you're going to say I'd never beat the allegations. What did I tell you? Someone in chat. Who? I see you. I see you, motherfucker. Was she really that young or was she like 20? WestElmCaleb. You've been trolling for like 2 days. Then I see you in Dan's chat and you got like post-nut clarity. And you're like, sorry, I've been having a rough couple of weeks. I didn't mean to troll you that much. And then you come back to my chat and you start trolling me again. She was really that young, bro. Unlike you, my ass was alive when How Do I Live Without You hit #1 on every chart in every country in every genre on Earth. WestElmCaleb, I got a bone to pick with you, by the way. Dan made fun of BC Place, which is funny to me because he was watching Survivor Slam, which took place in Rogers Arena, which is not even BC Place. But he kept talking about how BC Place looks huge but can only hold like 15,000 people. And I'm like, yeah, bro, because when they do the establishing shot, BC Place is the huge stadium, and then Rogers Arena, where the WWE was, is like a little box.
Also, by the way, the Vancouver Stadium is doing a little too much on the outside, man. Have you ever seen the Vancouver Stadium? It's like they're overcompensating because it only seats like 10,000 people. The exterior, they try to make it look like Andor Landor, but no disrespect to Walmart edition. That's a BC Place? Brother, you are BC. What's it called? The Overcompensation Center. Like, what are these rods for, man? What are they for? What are the rods? What are the rods for? They serve no purpose. What are these rods? What are they? Literally, no idea what I saw this. I'm working out. I saw this. I go, this is not real. This cannot be real. Oh, the roof retracts? The roof retracts, huh? Really? The roof retracts? This roof retracts too. You know what else retracts? They slide in a whole football field of grass in and out, in and out. But it doesn't look like something my 3-year-old built with busted Legos.
So then, Dan posted a screenshot of like the Arizona State Stadium and said, this is what a stadium should look like. And I said, brother, that looks like an Apple mouse. And then WestElmCaleb was Joss Whedon posting, yes, Apple, a company famous for their milquetoast designs. But did you ever consider that architectural constraints for design are a little bit different than consumer electronics? Like the Sagrada Familia, what a beautiful looking building. I don't want to rest my fucking hand on it and try to play Counter-Strike with it. It's a totally different ball game, dude. I don't want my stadium to look like a fucking AirPod. In a consumer electronics sense, yeah, maybe that's got an elegant form factor, but it's a little different when we're talking about a fucking building, dude.
I had to go deep into the bit, but I just know that Ryan Gary typing, posting like this at 7:20 a.m. is a cry for help. I don't even need to know what WestElmCaleb said. I don't need to know.
That shit, I was mulling that over like the whole time I was in the shower. I was like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Why is he Whedon posting? He's posting like Joss Whedon at 7:20 a.m. on a Tuesday. It's psychotic. Look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself what you're doing with your time. It's crazy, man. 7:20 a.m. Then you said, oh, not everybody lives in an inferior time zone. Okay, so it's 10:20 a.m. That's like, honestly, it might even be worse. Because at 7:20, you might be off the clock. But at 10:20, you should be doing something. At 10:20, you should be getting knuckle deep into the day, okay? 7:20, you could be a little bit nutty. At 10:20 a.m., madness. Wouldn't be me. Let's put it that way.
We push 8 in.
I'm roasting someone in Ryan's chat for your girlfriend sees it for the first time. Someone said my brain's too small.
I'm not going to stop Dan from beefing with my chatters. I go into his chat and roast WestElmCaleb all the time.
You know their name is
yeah, man. He's like my number one enemy, man.
I gotta, if I'm doing something with someone or a streamer comes to my chat and chat goes after him, they should be thrown out to the wolves, man. That's some of Ryan Gary's best material when he said, hey, can you bend over and tie your shoes without your face turning red?
Yeah, oh God.
Not close on the bottom. Well, I mean, like Southwest was like, airlines are always like one bad day away from needing to be bailed out by us. You know what I was also thinking about airplanes? This is also a hacky joke, but I apologize because I think it's very real. You know when you get on the airplane and they say some shit like, there's 2 lavatories at the back. Please note, federal regulations prohibit congregating outside of the bathroom. Every time I hear that, I'm like, sounds like that sucks for you guys because you're going to need to do some renovations because there's no other place to congregate. This bitch is just one long hallway. So, like, I don't know what you want me to do if I have to go piss and there's a line. I gotta congregate. If you don't congregate, you're never gonna get to go, is the other thing. What do you mean wait in your fucking seat? There's 300 people on the airplane, man. They don't all go at once? When was the last time you flew? Fucking like 1963? Did they carve a ham at your seat? Was everybody wearing suits and trilbies? They congregate, bro. They congregate. It sounds like they're going to need to take out like a reverse mortgage and renovate some of those airplanes to have like a seating room next to the lavatory. Because if it's illegal to congregate there, you're going to be taking my ass off in handcuffs because there's no other place to go. Just pee before you go. The companies are wrong. It's personal responsibility. Oh, all 300 people of all ages should just never have to go to the bathroom during an airplane flight. How does the boot taste, dude? What are you talking? People got to piss. There's babies, there's kids, there's old people. The fuck do you mean nobody should have to piss on the airplane? If anything, they should rip out the kitchen and put 6 more shitters in there, man. If I'm taking like a 2.5 hour long flight, I don't need lunch. I definitely need a place to evacuate my bladder. Same motherfucker who gets tilted by like a crying baby. You gotta piss every 6 hours? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Everyone should just be 24 forever. That's what you sound like in my head, no matter where you're from. WestElmCaleb, how you doing? One mod action from Nightbot. It wasn't even from me. I'm gonna ban you. Of all the, like, when someone fires a shot at my heart, if you aimed true, I will laugh and not be upset at you. But you're just making fun of me with lies. What is this one? Says the guy who's never been on more than a 2-hour flight. What is this malevolence? It doesn't even make sense. Look at all the question marks you're farming in chat right now. First off, if that were true, which is not, why would that matter? Why would that be like a slight or anything? I don't understand why that would be something to be ashamed of or proud of. I don't understand why it would have any relevance to the light of an individual's soul. I just don't get it. No messages? You were talking all morning, man. Look at, there's like 999 plus messages. At least 1,000 of those are from this morning. Hang on, more messages below. Wichita me. Forget Wichita, brother. I think we might be Shanghaiing you. Wichita. Last message, Wichita me. You got the wrong city. They always think it won't happen to them. Apollo, we got into, I think it was like Thursday, we got into it. So I was auditing someone, and then someone else who was scared of being audited replied, it's a little crungo to audit somebody like that. And then I was surprised. It was like a 50-50 split. I'm all about like using someone's previous comments against them, but apparently like for some individuals who are embarrassed about stuff that they've typed, that's not okay. That's considered, it's okay for them to know like my entire life story and all of my emotions and everything I've ever said, and for me to be vulnerable. But me bringing up something they said 3 days ago against them is like I was a different person then. Even though like they chose to write it, they like weren't under duress or whatever. Okay, WestElmCaleb, you're not banned, but you are. Let's /user WestElmCaleb. We're going to put a moderator's note on this flag. Monitor WestElmCaleb. Mod comments. Can dish shit out, but can't take it. Left chat when observed. That's just for me. I didn't share that one. That's just for me. That's a private tag. That's catch and release. I audit people in this chat when they shit talk me. I learn so much. Dude, it's crazy. I don't mean to like, this is a very insular streamer bit, so I apologize. But when the, like, even if you are annoying to someone, which I get annoyed by people, like I can understand it. Sitting in the annoying juice until you go berserk is fucking insane to me, man. That people are not like, I'm not really vibing with this. I'm just going to go do something else. But they just sit in the stew getting like crazier and crazier. Like, what? I can't get out of the juice, man. I can't get out of the juice. I love having suspicious users in chat, man. Apollo, you can see the suspicious users, right? Were you here when I started putting mod notes on people? What's WestElmCaleb up to? They haven't written a message since they wrote Wichita me. I was beefing with them a little bit. Remember when they said, spoken like a guy who's never been on a flight longer than 2 hours? This user was marked as suspicious at 10:46 a.m. Mod note, can dish it out but can't take it. That's messed up, man. You're always beefing with him in Dan's chat? Yeah, because in Dan's chat, I'm just trying... Power hammer! In Dan's chat, I'm just trying to exist. And then, like, I'll type good morning, and then WestElmCaleb will be like, he'll just be trolling me, like, nonstop in Dan's chat. Is it true that Britney Spears once claimed she ran a 5-second 100-meter dash? Yes? Can somebody find the tweet, please? I don't think I was aware of the Britney media when she made that. Fuck the tweet, somebody find the video. You know, WestElmCaleb, you're all right, man. You're all right. You got some heat sometimes. Come on. Why are we cursing on stream today? I don't think that swearing is like I don't think it's a bad thing to do. I think it's a bad thing to do, like if you're in public and you're swearing for no reason. I think it's a little trashy, but I'm not in public. This is my private live stream. There's a few things you can't make me offended by. One of them is nudity. And I swear it to you. If I was walking down the street and there was like an old naked man laying down on the sidewalk, spreading his legs with his asshole just like wide open, what would I do? I would mind my own business. What do I care? I would rather not see it. If you're gonna gun to my head, would you rather see it or not see it? I'd rather not see it, but it doesn't leave... Interesting. It doesn't leave any impression on me. It's the Tom Green effect. You know what? Maybe it is, man. Dock lines. I've seen too much old man sack in the gym locker room. That's like saying the food's too expensive at Whole Foods, bro. You're at the expensive food store. If you're in the gym locker room, you're gonna see old man balls. That's where they congregate.
But I've seen my share.
If you're mad, you shouldn't be there. I would be offended if I was a naked old man and you were getting pissed off at seeing my sack. You're in the sack room, man. What do you think is gonna happen? And also, why are you making it weird? I gotta get naked to change my clothes. So it's the only way to do it. WestElmCaleb, I'm glad I made you a suspicious user, because now all your messages get like highlighted, dude. Like in a good way, because now I make sure I read them every time.
Do you have that guy highlighted because he's just a hater all the time, Ryan?
Is it WestElmCaleb?
Yeah.
No. We squashed the beef, man. First I banned them, then I unbanned them, and now we're chill. Dude, I was wrong. No, that one?
No.
You just said I'm wrong in the same tone for a long time.
Who's that? Who did that song? So yeah, Social Distortion. Thank you, WestElmCaleb. Thank you.
Social D.
dlguiga, back me up here. So anyone here from Cincinnati, dlguiga, back me up here. It's called Cap X. dlguiga, back me up here. dlguiga, back me up here. dlguiga, back me up here. dlguiga, back me up on this one. dlguiga, back me up here. Damn, back me up on this dlguiga. dlguiga, back me up. Back me up on this one, dlguiga. Back me up on this dlguiga. dlguiga, are you still here? Back me up on this. Back me up, dlguiga.
dlguiga, back me up. It's economics, right?
Back me up, dlguiga. Back me up here, dlguiga. dlguiga, back me up here, okay? dlguiga, back me up here. What about the VIPs from the password game? So true. Can I get the ats? Hang on, I think I have them in the moderator Discord channel. Here they are, okay? If they are here, the 3 heroes who typed the hexadecimal code that allowed us to complete the password game, if they are here, you're getting VIP'd. So we got bangers only with a Z. 999 plus messages in chat. They are not here right now. I'll come back to that one. dlguiga. dlguiga. 999 messages in chat. Last message. Peloton bikes are supposed to be recalibrated every 3 months. Calibrate yours and do it again. Yeah, your bike's calibration is off. Have you ever recalibrated your bike, or are you still living off of inflated numbers? Have you ever recalibrated your bike, or are you still living off inflated numbers? Okay, old ass. Oh no, what the hell? They're a Peloton hater. I assure you my wattage is perfectly verifiable. I've got verifiable wattage, okay? And then /user, and they're not here right now. /user stonemanfish. 6 messages total in chat. That's crazy. Talk about having like the highest density of valuable messages of all time. Second A and A at the end are on the same line. That's their last message. They literally came in with like the Ark of the Covenant and then didn't even say you're welcome. They just dropped it and then like went through the rest of their days satisfied. I could never. That's crazy, man. We should definitely VIP that last individual, Stonemanfish, because they've only left 6 messages in 12 years of watching the content. So when they leave their 7th message in a year and a half, they're going to be so fucking confused, and that's going to be hilarious. And if we're going to do that, we have to stay consistent. We'll VIP bangers only as well. And then we'll VIP DL Hewley, dlguiga. We're going to try Panama then. Oh, 11. Oh, don't be in the Caribbean, you piece of crap. How many Caribbean countries are there? We get it. It's Dominican Republic, Haiti. How about Haiti? We haven't had Haiti in this, I think, for a while. That's even warmer. It's 120 kilometers from Haiti, which means it's not the Dominican Republic. Now, the big boy is Jamaica. Is that correct? Nope, that's not the big boy. What is this big boy? Are you Cuba? Maybe that's Cuba. The mystery country is Cuba. Are you for real? I'm not from America. Also, I don't live in the greater Toronto area, so like I don't vacation in Cuba, okay? For me, like this is how messed up Canada is, okay? Because of how messed up the earth is, it takes almost the same length of time to get to Cuba from where I live as it does to cross the entirety of the Pacific Ocean and get to Tokyo, Japan. Even though this looks like it's 100 times further. That's crazy. Now, given the choice, would you rather vacation in Tokyo, Japan, or would you rather fly to Cuba to get drunk on Mai Tais with other Canadian drywallers? I'm just saying, okay? If I'm going on vacation, I don't want to see any other Canadians, okay? So I'm not going to Cuba. It's got the exact same Canadian density as Vancouver. Go to Europe? Yeah, you'd love that, wouldn't you? Go to Europe so that I can't get like water or something, right? Flight from Vancouver to Havana is $400, to Tokyo $900. Okay, dlguiga. Who is the flight with to get to Havana? Because if you tell me that it's Sunwing, you lose VIP status. It's Air Canada? Okay, you're safe. It's literally impossible to not win with 2 swaps left. dlguiga, you got a lot of, you're a little hyper-corrective lately. So you know what threw me for a loop? You got VIP'd because you helped out a lot in the password game, okay? Don't get me wrong. But then you started talking about the Vancouver seawall, and you were talking smack, and I was like, oh, you must be from Vancouver? Then you said, I'm from Brazil, and I was like, why are you talking smack about the Vancouver seawall? And you know how you replied? You said, I can link you to a video essay about how it's underutilized. Bitch, I live here. I'm living inside of the video essay right now. Somebody help me out. Help me, get me out of here. It's not literally impossible to not win with 2 swaps. You could just do a fruitless swap. You could go like this, badong, badong. 2 swaps, we lose. As long as we're being pedantic. dlguiga, you're really making use of the VIP tag, huh? You really putting it to work. I'm shopping right now. I'm just... We have... Well, see, now you've accidentally hit like a gold mine, and I'm going to get made fun of, okay? We have 2 strollers. So we got a stroller that we use for, you know, your day-to-day walking if she needs a nap or something like that. And then we have a travel stroller that's a lot smaller, that's easier to take if we have to fly somewhere. Why don't you have 1 stroller? Because if we just got the comfort stroller, well, you know what it fucking is? The comfort stroller is fucking huge. It's like a Chrysler Town and Country, okay? So it's luxurious. It's an Oppa Baby Vista. I don't want to brag. It gives you it's got shock absorbers, it's got independent wheel alignment and piloting and stuff like that. The thing is, if we folded this shit up, we couldn't fit it in our trunk with all of our bags. So then we got another tiny stroller. I don't really remember the name of it, but that one we take with us. The Vista's nice. Why are you talking like you own like a stroller dealership? It's like the dude when I was walking in Vancouver, and like a dude on the street, not a dude that was walking on the street, I mean a dude that was like laying on the street, said, hey, nice Oppa Baby Vista. I guess you guys aren't planning on having another one? I was like, who do you think you are, man? I don't even know who you are. You're basically going like, you're the, I'm trying to think of a famous car salesman and I can't. But this is like the world's greatest stroller understander has logged on, and then he doesn't know, maybe I'm shooting blanks. Are you shooting blanks? I don't know. I'm not sending my come to the lab, you know, once a month. I wasn't shooting blanks 3 years ago, I'll tell you that much. Those were live rounds, hollow points. Full Metal Jacket. dlguiga, I mean, I'm not trying to put you on notice, but I did see you adding Cosmo Kramer, my Peloton sniper, and you were like congratulating them on a good ride. Like, isn't that a new degree of parasociality? Like, they're my rival, not your rival. I was also on that ride. Well, pull up and drop the username, brother. I'm tired of getting my ass beat. Expose your username. You don't have to expose it to chat. Expose it to me so that I could use more rivals. I high-fived you. You ignored me. I don't ignore anybody who high-fives me, for the record. I don't ignore anybody that high-fives me. So you must have been confusing me with somebody else. Any tips for someone getting married next year? No. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to gatekeep, but it doesn't really change your life, except from like a legality standpoint. If you're having a kid in like 3 months, yeah, there's a little bit of action items I would put on the to-do list. But if you're just getting married, you're just like, you know, I'll have a kid in 3 months. Or you can start your own stream, dlguiga, okay? Oh, I live in Chicago. I ride the Peloton. I'm having a kid in 2 months. The Vancouver seawall is an underutilized piece of real estate. No, it's not. I see people on it every day. Oh, yes, it is. Let me link you to this video essay by one guy. Come on, man. Like, it's just... You're Chicago NL. Nobody in the history ever thought this day would ever end. Well, guess what? It's not gonna end. Hey, by the way, dlguiga, are you Midwestern emo on Peloton? On my ride today, I got high-fived once. Are you outing me? I got high-fived once by Midwestern emo, okay? And I said, that's fine. Midwestern emo, Chicago, Illinois, 20s. That's my demographic, but you never know. There's lots of 20s people from Chicago that are probably not fans of mine that ride the Peloton. But then you high-fived me as soon as I entered my cooldown, and I was like, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That's dlguiga. You may think that I have, I let the key value pair dictionary in my brain rest. No. I'm constantly cross-referencing. Also, and I'm not trying to throw shade, okay? But I saw you come out of the gates motherfucking hot. I was like, this Midwestern emo person is going to crush me. They were outpacing me by like 10, 20% the first 5 minutes of the ride. Got to realize you're dealing with a man approaching middle age here. I'm here for a long time, not a good time. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? You might think because you're 15, 20% up on me that I'm just gonna roll over and show my belly. Nah. You better maintain that 15 to 20% up, because I'm going. I'm like the alien from It Follows, or the spirit, or the metaphor, or whatever, the allegory. I'm a sexually transmitted disease. If you haven't seen the movie, you don't know, but that's an apt comparison. I mean, you can tell you're smoking me because the people that I have a tendency to beat on the Peloton, I don't make many jokes at their expense. I did laugh today, though, when I tweeted that, imagine how good beef jerky must feel when it goes in your mouth after being in that dry-ass bag for so long. And then dlguiga, aka Midwestern emo, said beef jerky's like 20% water content by weight, and then someone in the Discord said, me, I'm extremely thirsty. dlguiga, did you know that oxygen is 25% water? I thought that was extremely funny. And then I replied. You may have seen it. I utilized Discord's reply function for once. And I said, yeah, get his ass. Wallet check, keys check, phone check. Oh shit. The furtive pygmy at daycare, so easily forgotten. I'll plus to you for that one. It's a meme image. I've seen the one with Obama running back into the White House that says, oh shit, the furtive pygmy so easily forgotten. I deserve that one. Way better than the beef jerky tweet. dlguiga, you got cooked, brother. Just own getting cooked. That's what happens when you become a known quantity. People start gunning for your ass every day. The beef jerky tweet, and I quote, imagine how good beef jerky must feel when it gets put in your mouth after spending so much time in that dry-ass bag. That tweet is pretty good. But then you're coming out here giving me the cinema sins in the Discord. Beef jerky is 20% water by mass. I can't. Did you see the reply that cooked you in the Discord? They said, me, I'm so thirsty, dlguiga. Did you know the air is actually 20% water? There's no shame in being cooked. When you're a known quantity, it's harder to defend yourself. Everybody knows your weaknesses. Thoughts on ice cream floats with Diet Coke? I haven't had an ice cream float, to be honest with you, since I was probably like 9 years old. I love the idea. I'd rather eat them separately. Of course it's dlguiga. dlguiga be like, sounds like it would spike my insulin. Come on, bro. We're having a good time. We're bringing back memories of 1950s Americana. We're going to the malt shop together, okay? Not everything can be about sunny day real estate. If it's just my wife and I, should I go to Costco? Probably not, unless you eat like a lot. Because that's where we bounced off of Costco the first time. We got a car. This is like almost 10 years ago. Boo! I walked to the dealership to buy it, just for the record. Anyway, now that we got a car back in the day, we were like, we could now make do with a Costco membership. Then we went to Costco once and we were like, this is amazing. And then it took us like a month and a half to eat through all the shit that we bought from Costco. And we're like, I don't even think it's saving us any money at that point. Like, do you know how bad you have to be at consuming things for a $60 Costco membership to not pay for itself in like 3 grocery trips? Once we had a kid though, and now that we're in a bigger place, it has changed the game remarkably. I shop at Costco for 2 people, it's fine. Here comes dlguiga. Here's my impression of dlguiga. You're wrong, actually. Actually, my experience differs. I'm sorry to voice reveal. I'm sorry to say it, but I still think about it all the time when someone in the Discord said, I'm thirsty, and then they typed dlguiga voice. Did you know the air is 70% water? Oh, man. It's just, listen, people make fun of me all the time, too. It's just the way of the world. I'm still giving you the high fives as soon as you come into the ride. It's just banter. I don't have a leg to stand on the Peloton. I'm gonna get my ass beat. My friend had a baby and I sent him an NL clip because I had no advice. That's fair. I can't wait. dlguiga, you're having a kid, right? I need you to chill out on the bike. I'm pretty excited for you to have your kid. Your output's gonna get fucked up for like 6 months. You might be able to piece it together a little faster than that, but honestly, 6 months might be optimistic. I mean, you got bigger fish to fry, don't get me wrong, but... How was your ride this morning? Today, I'm back. It took me, like... I mean, dlguiga was making some serious comments. Did you... I don't know if you've seen it. The most active community on our Discord is now the Peloton community. First couple of rides I got back from vacation, dlguiga said, hey, did someone break into NL's house and properly calibrate his bike? Dude was riding high on the fucking hog. Turns out, not only was I coming back from vacation, this weekend, I also got over an ear infection. So I was fighting off possibly being inoculated with the novel coronavirus by 150 sick senior citizens on my flight back from Hawaii. And I was so excited about having that water in my ear that I smuggled back from Hawaii. Well, so for a couple of those, I was doing okay on Saturday and Sunday, but then like during my cool down rides, my body died. Boy therapy, girl therapy is talking to a professional who is equipped to handle your issues. Boy therapy is getting into a verbal altercation with dlguiga after every Peloton ride. And then when you start the Peloton ride the next day, you go, whoa, what the hell? Where's dlguiga? I miss him. Hey, should we wait for dlguiga to show up today? I didn't even see what dlguiga wrote, okay? But I'm just saying, dlguiga, you gotta respect him because he's an honest character. You know, there's the classic, how can you be thirsty when air is 30% water? I workshopped the, it's crazy that our ancestors, like, would go on 10-hour-long runs to hunt back in the day, but they didn't even have a Gatorade to chug when we got back. dlguiga hit me with that. Actually, they used to chug watered-down honey, so it was basically the same thing. dlguiga's always got an actually in him, okay? But you know what? I'm not mad about it because I'm learning a lot. I didn't know that they used to drink watered-down honey back in the day. We do love him. We do love our dlguigas. We didn't know about the honey. He told us about the honey. Whatever happened to being Canadian? I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we're all Canadian. But it's like when you need to start blaming the country's problems on somebody, that's when you have to break the country into 3 different regions and be like, you know, don't blame us. That's a Maritimes issue. We didn't do shit out here on the Pacific coast. You even break it up further, you know? Like, stop calling me a NIMBY because I live in Vancouver. My ass is not in Shaughnessy, okay? That's a Shaughnessy problem. That's a Fairview issue. I'm not there, okay? I'm not going to tell you where I am. I'm just saying. I say there's 4 regions. West, Central, East, and Maritimes. That's crazy. East and Maritimes are the same thing. If you're going to be on Canada and say, like, oh, there's so few people you can't break it down like that, there's literally like 500,000 people that live in the eastern provinces. So don't fucking start with me and say we gotta delineate between the East and the Maritimes. There's Atlantic, there's the Maritimes, and then there's also Newfoundland is its own beast. No, you don't get to get more people. That's what I've been saying. You stay out of this, dlguiga. Deep dish eating Italian beef enjoyer. Dill pickle spear on the hot dog. Al Capone, Chicago typewriter, Tommy gun, Michael Jordan, motherfucker. I lived in Vancouver for 4 years. I know what's up. Probably in Shaughnessy. Bro lives in Shaughnessy and is like, you need a car to survive in Vancouver. Shut up. Malik, back me up here. He will divide us. He will divide us. Sorry, we eat stuff besides sushi and noodles. Chicago, when they find a new way to put flour and tomato sauce together with a meat product that'll kill you if you eat it 2 times a week for 5 years. That being said, I did have noodles for dinner last night. You kind of ate with that one. How good is flour plus tomato sauce plus meat, though? It's really fucking good. You're not joking. That is mighty tasty. I think I OD'd on elderberry. Jay, my mom goes insane for the elderberry. Anytime I'm like, I think I'm getting a little sick, she's like, here's some elderberry syrup. Elder trees have a ton of cyanogen. It's very toxic. Thanks, dlguiga. Appreciate that. What do you want me to do about it, motherfucker? I'm just a guy. I'm not the king of the trees. Don't lick a tree when you see it. I wasn't planning on it, buddy. Caesars Entertainment down 7% today. That's probably because they gotta pay for all the damage that the streamers did at TwitchCon, right? It's called CapX. dlguiga, back me up here. Hey, the streamer convention's coming back next year. We need to install another air fryer and bulk order some chicken tenders. Has dlguiga ever backed you up? We disagree, but on some things, but dlguiga backs me up on the Peloton sometimes. Like when it's just me and Midwestern emo riding, it's like, fuck you. But when it's like me, Midwestern emo, and Kinana, me and Midwestern emo are like, come on, man. You see that the average cadence of the ride was supposed to be 81, but then Kinana's average cadence was like 63. Like, what are you trying to pull here? Put the potions in the same belt? I think there's a mathematical calculation you got to add here. Every potion is 2 by 1. I have 8 spaces of potion space. Because somebody run the combinatorics on this one. We have all of our potions inside of a potion belt. Is it genuine? Show me the Riemann sum. Is it better to have 4 potions in both Do you even know what a Riemann sum is? Do I even care what a Riemann sum is? You work in finance in a world where Burton Malkiel already proved that the efficient market hypothesis holds up. You want to talk about useless information. dlguiga, stay in your own lane, okay? You don't want me coming down there to downtown Chicago. Buy value at a good price. Buy value at a good price. Just buy the total market. I got it backwards. Buy the total market. Buy the total market. No, you have to get value at a good price. There we go. It's funny because Malkiel himself backpedaled and argued that yes, sometimes you can make alpha in efficient markets. That's because he was appointed to be like the CMO of Wealthfront. You know, bro, you of all people should respect the hustle. How is he supposed to sell his services for 2 and 20 when he already proved that all you need to do is talk to Jack Bogle? He's got to tell a little fib. We respect that for him. We love that for him. dlguiga. dlguiga, what's your favorite movie? Don't be afraid to answer. If we're being realistic, I'm probably going to try to find a way to make fun of it no matter what. You're going to shock me. I'm dead. Eternal Sunshine? Fuck, that's like one of my favorite movies. Yeah. dlguiga be like, oh, my favorite movie? Charlie Kaufman's second best movie. Get owned by the Rizzler. The OG Rizzler. Yeah, Eternal Sunshine is like really good. I like it a lot. Too bad it's like 5% worse than Adaptation, you piece of crap. He said his second favorite movie was I'm Thinking of Ending Things. That's crazy. I think that movie is not good, but I respect it because it's rare to know someone that works in finance that has good taste, or at least interesting taste. So that's not my choice. I find it needlessly self-indulgent, but the fact that it's not simply normie taste, the fact that it's not like Transformers 2 is very admirable, I think. You know one guy in finance is dlguiga? Excuse me, I listen to podcasts. I know guys in finance. They don't know me, but I know them. What's your favorite comedy? If Letterboxd is asking, Duck Soup. If the Rizzler is asking, Dumb and Dumber. By the way, never beat me in a game and then type sorry with 2 W's. It's so embarrassing. We as a society, we need people who aren't afraid to be confident villains, okay? And Sato Mori, thank you for the gifted subscriptions as well. Thank you. We need people who aren't afraid to be the villain. dlguiga embraces it. I think I embrace the heel energy as well. dlguiga will be like, calibrate your bike, and I'll be like, listen, motherfucker, the only calibration you need to know is that all 4 of my rides stay within 10% of the same output. Your first ride is a PB, and then your second ride is like 70% of the output of the first one. That's the only calibration you need, Chicago motherfucker. You got to play into the energy a little bit, okay? You'll be like, maybe I will. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, but negative 20% in your toast? Listen, though, this motherfucker is always like the calibration could be off by plus or minus 15%. He never talks about the plus 15%. He never considers the possibility that maybe my bike is actually hampering my efforts, and as soon as I get this son of a gun calibrated, we're going to the damn moon, man. He probably calibrated? No, I'm not, because Google it. Watch this. How to calibrate Peloton bike. This is why I'm not going to do a calibration. You ready for this? It's loading. Their website is cooked, okay? This story is exclusive to bicycling.com members. We're not going to be doing that. Take me to the official Peloton support. Step 1, receive a physical calibration kit from our member support team. Step 2, remove the water bottle holder and sweat guard using a Phillips head screwdriver, 3mm and 4mm Allen keys. 2, on the console, tap the 3 dots on the bottom right and then tap About. 3, in the box that appears, tap the top right-hand corner 10 to 20 times until a sensor calibration screen appears. You will now see a sign that says, Welcome to Sensor Calibration. Tap Get Started. Turn the resistance knob all the way to the left and tap Calibrate. Once you see min resistance calibration, tap max resistance and turn all the way to the right. When complete, this stuff is all easy. I'm skipping 5 steps here that are all really easy. Step 7, tap next on the screen to begin the 31-step calibration process. That's what, it's a 15-step process, and step 7 is like, by the way, there's 31 steps inside of this one step. So just to assuage your ego, no, I'm not going to be doing that. I'll wait till the piece of shit Android tablet dies, which will probably happen in like under a year from this point onwards. Then I'll get a Bike Plus, and then I'll keep cooking your ass, okay? You just got to be patient. I beat you on 2 of 3 rides. What happened on the second ride, dlguiga? What happened on the second ride? dlguiga's going to the golf course and playing match play instead of stroke play. Come on, brother. We're both dads here. We know how the game's played. Saw we? Yeah, you're supposed to say saw we. What the hell am I doing, man? It's 9:22. I haven't even gotten my Coke Zero yet. I've been too busy setting my decorations. Love the Mickey shirt. Thank you, thank you. You know what's crazy? I think it might actually be my wife's sweater. But I was pinched for time this morning. It was in my closet. I put it on, and I was like, it's not that it's tight, it's a little short. And I'm like, this might be Kate's Mickey Mouse sweater. But whatever. Crop tops are in. That's true, but I'm no Troye Sivan. It's no belly button exposed, but it is short. I like when the hem is about a centimeter below the start of the fly. When like the bottom of the shirt is just a little bit below the start of the fly. It's not covering the penile region, but it's maybe starting to cover the pubic region. But then this one is more like it ends like half a centimeter below where the waistband of my pants starts. So if I put on my arms like this and I was standing up, I'd probably be showing a little bit of the obliques. Bro skipped all the tailoring classes. dlguiga, I'm not in finance. We don't take important classes like how to convince your clients the efficient market hypothesis isn't real so they invest with us, and how to tailor your shirts so that they're dark blue but have the white fucking collar and sleeves. Where to buy your cufflinks, the most difficult class in finance education. Gordon Gekko, a misunderstood genius? They should have made your ass take a humanities course. Hint, it's all Charles Tyrwhitt. I have no idea what that means. Charles... I'm just going to +2 you. This is a lot of work to look this up. Charles Tyrwhitt. It's a shirt. Timeless style for modern men. Charles Tyrwhitt says, swag is for boys, class is for men. This is too British of a clothing company for me to understand. Let me explain why. The first people also ask on Google says, is Charles Tyrwhitt a good make? The hell does that mean? If this was an American company, the #1 people also ask would be, does Charles Tyrwhitt shirt good? Where do Charles Tyrwhitt make their shirts? Turns out lots of places. We don't need to get into that. Anyway, whatever. Try that in a small town. So true. Try wearing your Under Armour American flag, but it's all made of fish shirt in a small town. Before you leave, your ass will be the damn mayor. Do all of you truly spend more than $3,000 a year at Costco? dlguiga, you're about to enter the fucking child force, okay? So get ready. Yes. Absolutely. For 2 adults and a toddler, you can spend enough to make the executive refund pay for the membership itself. That's not even, I mean, if you go once every 2 weeks, you're going to Costco 26 times a year, that's like $140 a trip. I don't need to tell you, you're the actuary. You figure it out. $140 a trip at Costco is like buying 7 items. I'm not an actuary. Don't insult me. What the listen, we do have some actuaries in the community. I do want to say, I want their take on my take, which is that being an actuary might be like a hard job to qualify for, but once you're in, right? Because you're like the Bene Gesserit. You're dealing with such astronomically large timescales that no one can ever actually like double check your data. Like if you're 5% wrong on how much runway you have for an insurance company, your ass is already retired with pension by the time that shit comes to pass, right? You could just be like, oh, I didn't see fucking... Who would have thought that it turns out that LaCroix gives people like gastrointestinal reflux disease? We couldn't have seen that problem coming upstream. So true, the Bene Gesserit were quiet quitting. They didn't even do anything. They just made Timothy Chalamet put his hand in the box. The box did all the work. They have to take like 1 million exams. Yeah, no, but I mean, once they enter the real world, once they leave the fantasy land of, you know, like a Boston, Massachusetts campus, once they have to start working for a living, like they're pretty much in, right? They're set. Do you know the Greek alphabet in order? I stopped when I learned about Delta, dlguiga. You should know that's the only one that matters. It would have been so much better if I said I stopped when I learned about Alpha. Son of a bitch. dlguiga. This is how I know dlguiga has a great job. They've been on Thanksgiving holiday for like 9 days. I haven't seen dlguiga in a week. Haven't been on the Peloton. Haven't been talking much in chat. I bet that they got 2 weeks off for Thanksgiving from their boss. This you motherfucker. The old spaghetti factory gave me food poisoning. dlguiga, that checks out. The old spaghetti factory is pretty terrible. Is Northernlion streaming today? Today? Let's do take 2. Is Northernlion streaming today? I don't know, dlguiga. Are you riding today? Can't help but notice dlguiga been real quiet since yesterday's stack dropped. We were all high fives on, I can't remember whether it was Wednesday or Tuesday. We drop a nightmare stack for Thursday. dlguiga says, oh, I'm only going to be there for 1 hour. Wasn't there at all. At least as far as I could tell. Wasn't there today either. I mean, it's just me, Keith Jr., Moomin Rider, Nautical, 8 other people. Oven Heat was there, CD Viking, etc. So, oh, well, you got a good excuse. Oh, my partner's 8.75 months pregnant. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's fair. I was doing zero biking at that point too. I understand. I'm just, you razz me, I razz you. Turns out they wait until your wife is 8 months pregnant to make you work at the office until 11 p.m. every night. All right, listen, delete that. I don't want your boss to be watching this. That makes me feel bad for you, and also because I thought many times I've said that no American office gets anything done from December 1st onward. But I guess the last few days have not been December, so that makes sense. Today, on the other hand. Are you in the clear now? Hey, dlguiga, what are the odds that your child is born on Christmas Day? I'm not trying to get too parasocial. I'm just low. Due date is end of January. Okay, that's fair. They need the valuations for their end-of-year reports. I know how it is. You ever notice when you look up analysts' opinions on a stock, it's literally like 95% buy or hold, and then 5% sell. And then like a day later, the company is like, we're going out of business. And then it goes like 95% buy and hold, and now goes to like 95% sell. Like, I thought these people were supposed to be in front of the news, man. They're synthesizing the news and then putting their headshot next to it. No offense, dlguiga. I don't know if that's what you do, by the way. So I don't know if I should be saying no offense. I do mergers and acquisitions. I'm not deep enough in the guts to know basically what that means. I know what it stands for. I don't know what it means. Is it a hard time in mergers and acquisitions because of they turned off the fire hose of capital or credit, I guess I should say? Or does that make it easier as a result of there being more distressed corporations out there? That's a good question. Didn't everything already merge? There's like 4 websites left on the internet. Aren't you worried that you're like so good at your job that you're putting yourself out of business? Then they carve them out. That's true. I guess you merge and acquire, and then you go, wait a minute, our stock is kind of like dying. So you group together like all of the shitty parts of your company and then spin them out into a corporation. Maybe you might know it as Viatris, for example. And then you're like, hey, look at our new lean company. They're like, I'm hungry. I'm going to buy all this stuff. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. We're doing a great job. We're acquiring lots of stuff. And then they go, oh, we're freaking bloated now. Cut out all that stuff that we bought. Cut out all that stuff that we bought. We're nice and lean again. Yum, yum, yum. We're so lean. We could afford to buy some stuff. Buy some stuff. Yummy stuff. Oh, we're all bloated. Oh, cut it out. Cut it out, man. And what's messed up is that it works. I don't get it. It feels like it shouldn't work, but it works. Like dlguiga, maybe you could explain to me why the American consumer thinks we've been in a recession for 2 years, but meanwhile the American consumer has also, on average, increased their spending 6% over the last year over year. And don't give me that outliers destroy the median sort of, or the mean statistics 101. I already told you, I don't know what that means. It's 12% inflation. Bro, you got the wrong base effects, bro. Inflation's like 3.2% right now. It was like 11.2% last year. The base effects are working, the base rates are working against you. We'll see what dlguiga thinks. Americans spend more even after adjusting for inflation. They're just crazy for goods and services. Unironically, the older I get, I swear to you this is true, I'm going to get -2 to oblivion, except by real American patriots. The older I get, the more I love America. And I mean that with like a genuine light in my heart. The less I want to be like an exception. This sounds like such a backhanded compliment. The less I want to be exceptional relative to the norm, and the more I find myself getting older and wanting to embrace community and comfort and pleasure and hedonism and stuff like that, the more I'm like, oh, I'm starting to get this country, man. The more I eat dessert, the more I'm like, previously I'd be like, why would you eat dessert? It's ridiculous. It's not worth the calories that you pay for it and blah, blah, blah. And then like, you know, I talk to Americans and they're like, it tastes yummy and makes me feel good. And I'm like, hang on, let me give it a try. Holy cow, they're onto something, man. You really spend all Sunday watching football? Seems like a big waste of time. Yeah, but it's fun. Wait a minute, hold on. They're really onto something down there. Astria? dlguiga is so funny to me that you like Astria. I thought I had you sort of like figured out. I thought I could pick you out of a line. And then you told me your favorite game of this year is Astria, 6-sided oracles. And it's just a little curveball, just another wrinkle in the personality. It keeps you invested, it keeps you interested. Because I thought you were cool because you work in finance and you ride a Peloton. But then you're like, my favorite game of the year is like this nerd game. And I'm like, really? Finance is cool. So true, Squeaks. Welcome. Welcome. Unfortunately for dlguiga, he doesn't work in finance. He works in economics. So he wouldn't know. By the way, dlguiga, are you ever in Squeaks' chat? Or is this the first time you guys have met? Oh, is dlguiga a streamer or something? No, he's just a guy that like rides a Peloton with me. He insulted me once. Well, it sounds like he's familiar with you. Is dlguiga yapping in chat again? Sorry, this is so rude. I just saw people adding them. Do VIPs have jobs? I'm not trying to, and dlguiga, if this crosses the line, I apologize. It's meant as banter. I think my impression of dlguiga is complimentary. Just to preface it, is that dlguiga's job is so good that it's almost like he's unemployed. Because around Thanksgiving, he wasn't here for like a week and a half. That's like a good job, bro. When your boss is like, oh, it's a 4-day week, you might as well just take the whole week off. And then he's got like paternity leave for 6 weeks before his kid is even born, and then for like 6 months after that. So I think this dude's like the CEO of business, quite frankly. Or he made it all up, but I don't think that's true. crisp as the summer sun. Why do you open your Coke can so weirdly? See, this is true. Maybe 2 weeks ago, dlguiga said he got into finance, but he used to be an engineer. And I told him, and it was great because he didn't get it, but the rest of us will get it. I told him, oh my god, that explains so much. Like, in my head, there were disparate elements of dlguiga's personality. And when he said he used to be in engineering, they all snapped into place, like the final step of the Rubik's Cube solving algorithm. And now, when you say stuff like, why do you open your can of Coke so weirdly? I was like, I just chuckled to myself and I say, oh, dlguiga. Classic. It's not an insult, it's just, you know, I felt like I came in and know you better, man. I never worked as an engineer. It doesn't matter. The damage is done. dlguiga, what kind of entertainment rides you been doing? I don't know. Maybe you've been doing the stacks, but I keep seeing your long rides. I assume they're entertainment rides. No, don't worry. I'll wait. Killing of a sacred deer. Okay. Streets didn't know that dlguiga was based like that. Lil Guiga is not out yet. I love the way you've described it. Actually, my father was Lil Guiga. You could just call me DL. What is the percent in the bottom right? That's the amount of oxygen left on your spacesuit. Bro, you gotta get to the airlock! You're gonna die! Kevin Hart wearing a spacesuit? Hang on, let me think about this for a second. Kevin Hart wearing a spacesuit? We're underwater, motherfucker. You need something that can sustain 300 G's of pressure. We going subterranean in this bitch. Sorry, it needs a lot more work. Like, we're not even close on that one. There's plenty of oxygen underwater. Okay, you glib so-and-so. dlguiga, this is how I know your kid is not born yet. Not yet. I remember, like, the week or two before we had our daughter, I was just fucking chilling on the couch playing Fall Guys. There's really nothing you could do. You painted the nursery, you built the crib, you got everything set up, you know. You're reading the baby books, but every single baby book is basically just like, you know, don't worry, but also like never do this thing that you might have done because the baby will explode. Like you're just kind of waiting around. I'm 20 movies and 5 books deep. You never thought about just mindlessly playing like 400 games of Fall Guys? Probably should have just read some books. You really believe dlguiga is married with a kid on the way? Bro, it would be so depressing if it was all made up. I would lose my mind, man. If it's all an act, you're not like a finance guy from Chicago with a wife and a child on the way, and you're just like some dude. Oh, yeah, you're like a 15-year-old kid from Boise or something. Oh, man. After 3 rounds, sell this card to duplicate a random Joker. We sell this and duplicate Wrathful Joker. And then this now becomes better as well. Jupiter is a gimme. They're selling $4 for $3. Me, when I'm... me, after Jerome Powell raised interest rates, open parentheses, I work at the bank selling 3-year certified deposits. Right, dlguiga? It's going to be so funny when it turns out dlguiga is actually like 12 years old and has been pretending to be Don't put that evil on me, okay? I think dlguiga is being truthful about their life. Because after they had their child, they have not been back on the Peloton ever since. Now, that's not foolproof, but given the consistency with which they were riding with before, I don't think that like a 15-year-old pretending to be a Chicago financier. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it was just the Christmas holidays are over and they had to go back to boarding school. No. There's no way, man. There's no way. Hey, Anel, thoughts on your Peloton turning into a coat rack when they go bankrupt?
Hey, chatter. Thoughts on LARPing as like a Wall Street big shot in Twitch chat? Weirdo. It's your life, brother. I'm just asking questions. I'm not a Wall Street guy. I read it on a Wall Street subreddit. Yeah, I know. Don't I know? Okay. Is that dlguiga? dlguiga doesn't LARP. He doesn't work on Wall Street either. He works on whatever Chicago's Wall Street is. Probably like Door Street or something like that. Bro's just playing Astria with extra steps. dlguiga, let's be intellectually honest, okay? This is Astria with less steps. Like, did you see how complicated? I know you've seen how complicated Astria is. How many rounds of that have you fit in the last 2 weeks since you've had your newborn? I'm gonna guess somewhere between 0 and -1. This is definitely more mechanics driven than Astria. That might work in the world of finance, dlguiga, but around here, in this business, we don't lie, okay? It's just you're just rolling dice that are 1 to 6. Every time you got to pick a dice in Astria, it was like, here's 18 dice to choose from. Every single one has a different mechanic with a different face. Read the entire message at least. Don't tell me what to do. There's a preview for you when your child becomes about 2.5 years old. Might as well get used to it. dlguiga hasn't been posting that much in the Peloton sub-community lately. Yesterday I was so excited. They were talking about the discount cash flow model of renting a Peloton versus buying a Peloton. And someone said, are you suggesting I take out a loan to buy the bike? And then dlguiga, in Discord, it was like dlguiga is typing. And it was like 20 seconds. And then he said, what if I told you that buying anything was essentially giving a loan to yourself? And I just typed, he's so back. I was like, that is a perfect dlguiga message. It's like, it's so emblematic of his character. Am I insane to think that this is going to be like $4.99? Okay, it's way cheaper than I went as low as I thought I could. Oh my God, you can get stuff at Costco for $1.99? Sorry, for $2.49? This may actually, and I'm not trying to farm a bit, in sticker price alone, this may be the cheapest item you could get in Costco. Almost every item you buy in Costco is like at least $10.99. Okay, the hot dog. Sure, the hot dog and the pizza slice. But I'm talking about the stuff in the store. This will kill you though. It's probably better than the contents of the actual hot dog bun that Costco has. Like, it's $1.50. We got to be realistic. I know that they've done a lot of work to make sure that they can offer it at $1.50, but like, they're not sending their best flour. That's all I'm saying. What does that mean? Well, it means like you can't get like they have a facility, they have labor, they have like the infrastructure, like the point of sale machines and stuff like that. They give you a cup with every single one. Like, I feel like there are some people out there that are like, a hot dog and a drink should cost $1.50. And I hate to be this guy, but you are living in a fantasy land. They should not cost $1.50. The fact that they do is A, miracle, but B, something that should give you pause every time you eat it. Because they're cutting something out of it or putting something in order to make it that cheap. It's a lost leader? Okay, so what are the unit costs? Fucking like $1.75? That's even worse, man. Lost leaders exist? Me, when I've watched one video essay, can it, kid? I'm an executive member. I take a look at the business statement every year, okay? We're not in the same ballpark here. Stick to stuff you know. Posting bat chest emojis under the new Pokemon announcement trailer. Such a backhanded comment. Fucking 22-year-old in Econ 101 in class. Lost leaders exist, you know. Why don't you write it respectfully? You're out here eroding the social contract between streamer and viewer for what? At least on Twitter Blue, they're getting paid 4 cents an hour. You're doing it for nothing? Just for cheap thrills?
Yet dlguiga gets blown for saying that stuff. Excuse me, he does not get blown. He gets complimented. And the fact that you think that they're the same thing, maybe that's why men don't get complimented enough. Obviously, it means too much to us. Secondarily, dlguiga would say stuff like, actually, a lot of people don't know this, but Costco tends to offer the hot dogs as a perk of being a member, and it gets you into the store more often. This is known as a loss leader. The people who watch a 9-hour video essay are like, he hasn't seen the video essay. I'm busy making a video essay. It's called How to Be Bad at Balatro. One 30-minute part comes out every single day. Number of episodes, indeterminate. Is that still the same rock from 30 minutes ago? dlguiga, don't bait me. Isn't the S&P 500 in the same place it was 30 days ago? Yeah, your ass probably, well, maybe you're still on paternity leave, but either way, your ass theoretically still goes to work every day. No work till August. He's embracing the European lifestyle, and I love that for him. What's the lower reason this guy climbs? Got nothing better to do, man. You know, what's the reason that anybody does anything at the end of the day? You're either getting paid for it or you derive some enjoyment out of it. What is life but just one big climb? Yo, I told you you would agree with me about more things after you had a kid, dlguiga. Econ is cooked, sire. No disrespect, but just because you said sire is not going to protect you. You motherfuckers complain about everything, bro. Just relax. When I had money, but my points were bad, people were like, your points suck. Now I'm fucking crushing it on points. People were like, your econ's bad. You check the S&P 500 lately? You shouldn't be pocket watching right now, bro. 350 million Americans are working for all of us, okay? And we love them for it. Right now, we got different priorities. Just relax. It will all come true in time. I'll have you know the S&P 500 is down today. Okay, now what I want you to do is look at the TTM. The what? The trailing 12 months. Tell me how it's doing in the trailing 12 months, Jerome Powell. dlguiga, are you here? Or are you on bottle duty right now? dlguiga is 15 years old? No, he isn't probably, okay? Haha, the ball is rolling. Hey, dlguiga. Isn't your favorite game Astria Six-Sided Oracles, a game about rolling objects? Or is it only icosahedrons that are fun when they roll? Spheres are so passé. Bro, what the fuck? Favorite game of last year. Favorite game of this year, Balatro, obviously. All prescription restrictions are unethical. Yes, dlguiga, libertarian arc, let's go. dlguiga, be honest. Are you zero hedge? You're starting to talk like zero hedge. You have an alt account with Tyler Durden Fight Club avatar, dlguiga? Think the worst mistake America ever made was getting off the gold standard? You think the dollar is about to no longer be the currency of record worldwide? We're all going to be using the RMB soon? No, that's dumb and unscientific. Okay, maybe not zero hedge, maybe your ramp capital. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure it out. It was one of yas. It was one of yas. Should I put $5,000 into Boeing? Please don't. But you have to do me a favor, okay? I'm giving you good advice. I legally have to say this is not financial advice before giving you financial advice. Don't do it, but you also have to do something else. You have to promise me that you won't look up what the Boeing stock price is 2 years from now and then be pissed off if it 10x'd. Because you have ideas all the time. 92% of them are going to be bad, but 8% of them are going to work out. Don't do the thing where you look backwards and you're like, oh, if I'd only made the decision, then I would be 10x up right now. Yeah, but the other 92% of decisions that you also would have made if you always trusted yourself would have fucked you, bro. You got, I'm not going to say any names. You got broad-based, market-weighted index funds with low administrative costs and MERs and minimum tax drag and stuff like that. You do some research into the Jack Bogle sort of world. Don't buy zero data expiration calls on highly speculative, unless you work for a hedge fund, in which case dlguiga is right over there, okay? dlguiga is right over there, but he isn't.
No, dlguiga doesn't like us anymore. dlguiga is not a 17-year-old kid LARPing, okay? dlguiga is actually Barry Ritholtz. He told me not to tell anybody. Sorry, Barry, it had to be done. Get it twisted, he is Joe Weisenthal. He's not a high school kid. You honestly don't know what you're talking about. He has a real child. Complaining about housing prices? What are you talking about? That's the thing. The number one thing people say about Vancouver as a knock is like that it's expensive. And you're like, yeah, it's because people want to live here, man. It's I mean, there's a lot of issues, don't get me wrong. But supply and demand. Partly, there's a lot of demand here for some reason. dlguiga doesn't get it. He thinks the seawall is underutilized and bereft of mixed-use developments. It's not a demand problem. Aren't you an economist? I think that, listen, I even apologize for saying it, because I think if you work in finance, being called an economist is like when someone calls me like an influencer instead of a content creator. I think I've accidentally, yes, I've mislabeled your profession. I'd like to apologize for that. You must work in finance, because if you were an economist, you probably wouldn't get 6 months of paternity leave. And we love that for you, man. We love that for you. We're just razzing. This is like a baby sensory video to accompany the banter. Yeah, but there's room for different viewpoints, but do you not realize that it's all baby sensory stuff to accompany the banter? Like your goat playing League of Legends? That's baby sensory stuff, man. 120 star, speed runs in Mario 64 is baby sensory stuff, man. Yeah, my man Apollo's out here playing Cookie Clicker. It's all baby sensory stuff. I'm trying to free you from the shackles of, for some reason, believing Sisyphus is a less legitimate game on Twitch than Elden Ring. Why? Because there's no Titanite shards? Take. You're still here, dlguiga. That's all I'm saying. You're still here. It might be because you're at work, though. You weren't here that much when you were on pat leave. Because free time is probably better. It's more enticing than watching Sisyphus. But, when you got to fill out 1,000 cells in a spreadsheet, all of a sudden, this shit's looking pretty good on the second monitor. I'm guessing. I know how it is, man. dlguiga is not 16 years old. He's not the Rizzler, okay? He works in finance. He's not, bro. You know how I know that dlguiga is not 16 years old? He posted a cost-benefit analysis taking into account the time value of money to determine whether or not you should buy an executive membership at Costco versus just the normal membership. I think we all agreed that a normal membership is, you don't even have to run the numbers. It's going to pay for itself in 2 trips. But I feel like an average individual would be $60 for the cash back and the whatever other benefits you get. Yeah, sure, maybe. dlguiga said, let me bust out the damn discounted cash flow model. Why lock in if you're just going to drop the ball 15 minutes later? dlguiga, why go to work when Burton Malkiel already proved the efficient market hypothesis in 1977? It's because you got to do something, right? Here we go. He hasn't replied yet, so I know he's typing a rebuttal of the efficient market hypothesis. Actually, with so many people being invested in index funds these days, there's lots of opportunities for asymmetric price discovery if you're willing to do your research. Okay. Delta, beta, I don't know what the fuck that means, man. The efficient market hypothesis needs people chasing alpha? Yeah, but it wouldn't be me, man. It wouldn't be me. dlguiga is not in gym class doing the pacer test right now. dlguiga is 29 years old. They live in a glass apartment building in Chicago. And they work flexibly, 1 day a week in the office, 4 days at home, okay? They're an adult person for sure. Have you addressed the stale apple thing already? dlguiga, don't talk to me. You were recommending nectarines in the Peloton sub-community. So I went to the grocery store to buy fruit this weekend. I always had to buy a bunch of fruit for my daughter for her
for her week at daycare. These nectarines, I don't blame it on you. I blame it on Daryl's deals from Save On Foods. These nectarines, they were not sending their best. That's all I'm going to say, okay? A nectarine is supposed to not be hard, right? It's supposed to be relatively soft. I was in there. I was squeezing them all, trying to find ones that had like a little give, but then bounce back. They almost have the texture of like pears, man. You told me they were in season. You told me I couldn't go wrong. Draw a card after placing the... I'm going to eat them all. I'm just saying they don't hold a candle. If we're talking stone fruits, peaches and plums are going crazy right now. Pears, no offense, Joanna Newsom, not so much, okay? Brown paper bag for a couple days, they ripen up. Somebody should motherfucking tell Daryl from Save On Foods to do that shit in the stock room then, because I buy fruit because I want to eat it. I don't buy fruit so I can go down into my fucking cellar and... Oh, the nectarines that I bought 4 days ago, it's almost time to take them out of the bag. Do that shit at the store, man. You got food in your name. Anyway, this is all a roundabout way of saying dlguiga. I just don't think I fuck with nectarines as much as you. You were on point about the cherries, okay? Now, we'd independently been buying some cherries, mostly when they're on sale, because they're the most expensive fruit that man has ever created. But the cherries go crazy. You're really ragging on me for apples. You were saying, why are you buying apples in the summertime? They harvest them in the fall. I don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't really care when apples are at their best. They're good enough right now. As long as you're self-selecting the best apples you can find in the grocery store, you got nothing to worry about, brother. Trust me, the apples are doing great right now. You pick up a Jazz apple, you pick up an Envy, you pick up a Cosmic Crisp, you give it a little squeeze. If it says, you put it in your bag. He failed the agriculture class. Me when the fruit isn't supposed to taste good, but it actually tastes awesome? This can't be. What are you talking about, man? I'm telling you. You know what the problem is? You don't respect apples. Are apples at their best in July? No. But apples fucking go crazy. They're very consistent, like, throughout the year. Nectarines are good for like 2 days out of the entire calendar. So yeah, maybe they're peaking right now, but if you send the message by carrier pigeon, by the time I receive it, all those motherfuckers are either going to be hard as a billiard ball or soft as a fucking cotton candy. So fuck you, man. The anti-apple brigade they're out in full effect right now. The North American mind can't understand seasonal fruit. dlguiga, I can understand seasonal fruit. I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you. The apples are tasting good right now. I don't know what else to say, man. Maybe they're not supposed to be as good as they are right now, but they are, man. I'm telling you, those apples they're hitting the damn spot. You're not going to get me to stop buying apples. I mix up the fruit week to week, but I would say every time I go to the grocery store, I pick up 6 to 8 apples. You can stop buying pears. Yeah, pears are over. Honestly, I think like the cruelest thing we could do is keep trying pears, hoping they're going to get better when they don't get better. Pears are done. It would be merciful to just let them fade out, finally, as they've been trying to do for years. This probably isn't true, but I feel like it's true. If someone tells me that they like pears, my immediate assumption is that they stopped eating fruit when their parents stopped packing their lunch for them in the 4th grade. Now, that might not be true, but there was a time, if you asked me like 15 years ago, if you were like, what's your favorite fruit? Pears would have been in the top 5. Now, what's the caveat there? My ass was eating Doritos. I was not eating plants, okay? I was remembering eating beautiful canned Bartlett pears that are soaked in syrup and being like, these are the greatest fruit on the planet. How do you feel about berries? I honestly feel like berries are like, to put it in dlguiga terms, I think they're overbought right now. I think the blueberry, and we have a lot of blueberries. We have some strawberries right now, but I feel like blueberries and strawberries overbought and overrated. Blackberries, underbought, underrated. Raspberries, underbought, underrated. The best berries are the least popular berries right now. Raspberries are good, but better than strawberries. You're crazy. I'm telling you, strawberries are like... This is where dlguiga, I think, is on the right track. Strawberries in season, delicious. Strawberries outside of season, you're just buying them because you like the idea of strawberries. They're not apples. Apples are good year-round. You can slot them. They can bat anywhere from number 1 to number 9, okay? They can clean up for you if you need it. They can play They can play shortstop or third base. Strawberries, you know, they're a closer. 1 inning a game, they come in and they're lights out. If you start playing your closer in inning 4, you're buying strawberries in like December or something like that, you're fucked. You should be buying oranges in December. Blueberries good every day? I don't know, like I don't want to be a hater. We have them all the time because they're an easy fruit to give to our daughter, but again, I thought I liked them, but I don't like them as much as I thought I liked them now that I'm eating them like crazy. I mean, people are asking me for the best fruit. You're not going to like it, man. I think apples are one of the most underrated fruits on the planet. I think because they're so ubiquitous, we falsely consider them like mid, but they're not mid. They're amazing. Dear God. I don't know what you want me to say. They're great, man. I can flip it around on you if you want. I can do some ad hominem attacks. I think your ass is eating some shit apples. I don't know what the fuck they're doing in Illinois, Sufjan Stevens, but everybody in BC seems to be pogging up over these apples. And they're never like, oh, apples, oh, apples. Everyone's like, apples! Yes, man! I mean, maybe it doesn't taste as good as a deep dish pizza from Portillo's, but I mean, we're just out here trying to survive, brother. Don't take it out on us. Why does he make it so easy to make fun of Vancouverites? Why? Because I, like, respect apples as one of God's greatest creations. I mean, honestly, I thought better of you, dlguiga, because you have a kid now. You're supposed to live your own internal truth, not worry about, like, flexing to the youth that you love a cool fruit. Like, trying to have a swaggier favorite fruit than your friend is like the dominion of someone who's 23 years old. You got like a 6-month-old child, man. Plus, again, don't start with me, and this is not dlguiga, this is chat. If you motherfuckers are eating Macintosh, Red Delicious, Yellow Delicious, Granny Smith, fuck off, okay? We're talking the new wave 2010 era apples. Honeycrisp is your beginner good apple. Then you get into the envies, the cosmic crisps, okay? Maybe a jazz apple. I'm not talking about the little Walmart apples that it's like the size of a fucking nothing, okay? And it comes in the Walmart bag, and if you have a good enough grip strength, you can crush the apple in your offhand. I'm talking about some real motherfucking two-hander apples, okay? Macintosh, the best apple? Okay, welcome back, Steve Jobs. You've lost you're literally a time traveler from the Great Depression. Macintosh, best apple? What are you talking about? Granny Smiths are the GOAT? No wonder you fuckers hate apples, man. You're not eating the best that they sent. You're eating some shit apples, man. If you like them, that's fine. But like, there's room to grow. It's actually like someone telling you like, oh, I love music, my favorite band is Train. And you're like, you haven't even gotten into this shit yet, man. That's just, I was gonna say it's a starter band, which is like so rude, but the Jack Black from High Fidelity of apples. Real fucking pussy. What's next? Red Delicious? A Golden Delicious? Real fucking pussy, Rob. That would be, dude, High Fidelity, but Jack Black, John Cusack, and Todd Luizzo work at a grocery store. Top 5 fruits to eat on a summer day. Let me start. Number 1, watermelon. Number 2, pre-cut cantaloupe. Number 3, dried mango slices. Ooh, dried, Rob. Didn't expect you to throw a monkey wrench into it. Todd Luizzo. I like apples. I bet you like apples, motherfucker. Let me guess. Granny Smith? You ever see High Fidelity? If not, that doesn't really make sense, but no? It's pretty good. I would recommend seeing it. I gave it a 3.5, I think, on Letterboxd. Holy, it's actually a good top 3. I love melons. Hilarious. I mean, yeah, who doesn't? That shit got water in it? You mean, like, complimentary, right? That shit complimentary? Melons underbought for sure. dlguiga, don't hit me with an oof, okay? I've still got 2 nectarines left in my fridge. Hard as fucking rocks, man. Does the fridge make them harder? Do I need to take them out of the fridge? Yes, of course. It slows the ripening process. Don't hit me with bro. The thing is, like, fruits taste better cold. I guess I could keep them out of the fridge and then when they're ripe enough, put them in. But that's like that's a lot of work, man. Let them ripen, then put them in the fridge. I've been eating plums too. Plums are out of control, man. What's your take on homemade pizza? I'm for it. You really can't go wrong, to be honest. You can't go wrong with pizza. If you know how to make it at home, you can make it at home. It's also the easiest and one of the cheapest foods to purchase delivery. So like I don't want to start an argument about it. As long as you're eating pizza, I think we're all happy. Deep dish is okay, but not amazing. Is this dlguiga being excommunicated from Chicago? How was the bike ride? It was good. Legs were a little dead this morning, so I just did 90 minutes, 171 watts in Berlin. Just keeping the heart rate up. Just chilling. And yeah, sure, dlguiga, I'll issue an apology to Nectarines. I have to, dlguiga, you know, often believes he's right. I think we can all agree on that. I bought nectarines. He said they were in season. I put them in the fridge and I ate them. It tasted like a peach fucked a pear. And I was like, this is not that good at all. Then he said, you absolute Philistine. That's like going to buy viennoiseries and getting a croissant. Obviously, you have to get pain au chocolat. It's one of the chief viennoiseries out there. So he told me you got to let them ripen on the counter. And I said, there's no shot. There's no shot this is going to save them. I put the nectarines on the counter for 2 days. Took a bite out of one. It was like a peach fucked a plum. Much better. Delicious. I will be re-upping on nectarines. I also have to say, I kind of, in my opinion, I got scammed. Okay, let's talk about it for a second. I was at the fruit market. Not a grocery store, a fruit market, okay? On Friday. What did I get? I got nectarines. dlguiga was right. The nectarines go crazy this year. I got Envy apples because they didn't have Cosmic Crisps, okay? And then I was just walking by the plum section, and one of the workers there, she's like a 70-year-old Chinese lady, was like, you should get that bag of plums. They're delicious. I was feeling very like cosmopolitan, very in touch with my fellow man. I said, you know what? You just sold me. I'm going to get a bag of plums. Took that shit up to the cash register. Scan the nectarines, scan the apples, scan my bananas, scan the plums. She said, that'll be $52. I said, 52 what? 52 what? Paid for it. Like an idiot. Checked the receipt. Bag of plums was $19.86, bro. She sold the shit out of me. Are they good? I would say like they're about as good as like other plums. So like they're okay. But like, and there are a lot of them. Like, I don't think it's like, it wasn't like 2 plums, but I was still like, damn. Plums are an autumn fruit? I don't know. I didn't have dlguiga in the store with me. He was preparing for the ACTs. Also, like, because I saw it, first off, dlguiga said, I don't know. I played the Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, that's because your kid is not like walking yet, I'm assuming. Because they're like 6 months old, right? Wait until you have to be like the prison warden to make sure they don't fall down the stairs. That's because dlguiga is 12. He's not 12, okay? He custom makes his own maple syrup and water mix for his bike rides, okay? He's my best friend. Why is he talking like my 16-year-old daughter? It's so funny that you're LARPing like you have a kid who's in high school. Next time, just ask Grok to post a message for you, okay? My teenage son acts like Kai Cenat. No, he doesn't. You don't have a teen... You're LARPing, man. You're LARPing. So is dlguiga? No, he's not, man. dlguiga works for Archegos Capital in Zurich, okay?
He hasn't been active in chat that much this week. I think it's because the DNC is in Chicago. What in the scribble knots is this? Swift boneless pork loin? Swift boneless? Swift boneless pork. I mean, no size or nothing, no weight, no count. Just how much does pork loin cost? I don't know. Look, if I had to guess, that looks like it could be 5 to 8 pounds of pork. I'd have to start the bidding at like $18.99. Personally, the loin is a surprised piece of meat. No, that's ridiculous. Probably $12.99. Crazy. How am I supposed to know? $3.99? Was it $7.99? How would I know, man? What? $2.99? $1.49? Are you shitting me, man? It must be per pound? I don't know, brother. $2 a pound is still pretty fucking cheap. That's like 30% more than bananas or something. Bananas are basically free. I don't trust it. What's dlguiga? What is it called? A Morton good? When the price is so low, you say, nah, I'm going to go with something more expensive because it scares me. Bro, dlguiga's in class right now? No, he's not. He's on pat leave, I think. He's an adult with a family. He's in AP Bio right now. No, he's not. Didn't he have a kid in January? Yeah, but the tech when you're the dad is like, if you have a job that gives you like a ton of pat leave, don't burn that shit right away. Maybe take like a month right away and then go back to work for like a couple months. And then when the kid gets a little bit more like, you know, doing stuff, then you take the rest. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure your partner would like to have you around during that first month and probably the second month too, and like always. But the most efficient way to do it, you're not doing shit. Month 2, no disrespect, month 2, you're not doing that much. You're supporting your partner, but like your work is better applied at like month 7, month 8. Let me just put it that way. I like to sleep in my leather jacket and a couple of layers up top.
It's okay.
It's cold out there in July. Looks comfy.
Okay.
Really nice every time you like move while you're sleeping, you hear like, it's that Danzig. Oh, the voice from the Outer Rim? She's drinking the worm juice, bro. My cups look like this, so her cups look like that. Damn handyman. I do feel like I'm in an insurance commercial, to be honest with you.
What?
Asmongold hallway. I'm just joking. Is what you have to say.
None of this is right.
Wait. It's the same dang room. Wait, has the picture changed though? Uh-oh. They hit her with the Gaussian blur. J.K. Rowling's office. Oh. What in the Mark Z. Danielewski's going on here, man?
What the?
Don't +2. I guarantee some of you are living like this right now. If your room looks like that, you should not be worried about 100 million plus net worth individuals getting taxed on unrealized capital gains. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's always right, but you should be cleaning your room before you worry about that stuff, okay? dlguiga, break it down for us. I think if dlguiga were here, which he can't be because it's the second day of 11th grade, he would say that some taxes are proposed to like fund social programs, and some taxes serve as either incentives or disincentives for behaviors that governmental entities would like to curb. So he would say it's a little bit more complicated than we're letting on. And I would +2 that maybe, because I don't really know what I'm talking about. And he's like the valedictorian of his middle school.
It's the Guigler! Yo, dlguiga, long time no see. You left some message. Dude, you haven't typed a message here since September 16th. Holy, where you been at? Been busy. I hear that, brother. I hear that. Midterms. Oh, man. That's true, man. I bet because that was kind of like a surprise rate cut, right? Like where they priced in like a 20% chance of a rate cut and then Jerome Powell said, send it. I bet that changes like all the calculations in the spreadsheets and stuff. I mean, I'm sure you guys got good ones. You probably just need to update like one cell or something like that. But still, you know, I'm sure you got a lot of sheets. It's always priced in. Okay, but dlguiga, what about the hypothetical posts from r/Wall Street Bets that was like, if I was in a Boeing plane that was crashing and I loaded up Robinhood as it was crashing and bought puts, is that considered insider trading? Have you ever seen that post? It's definitely not insider trading because they're not an insider. There's no way that would be priced in, man. Can you imagine? And even if you die, I'm sure like your account is going to pass like custodially to your next of kin. So they'll probably be like sad that you died, but they'll be like, oh shit, bro bought like 50 grand of Boeing puts on the way down. Thanks for the Lambo, dad. Yeah, what if you live and then it turns out that you lived because the planes were so amazingly designed? The stock goes up like 8% and all your penta-levered fucking Boeing puts go to zero. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. They're like, well, an Airbus would have exploded and disintegrated, but the superior American aerospace engineering of the Boeing kept everybody alive. Oh, shit. No, it was priced in, man. It was priced in. Oh, no, people are acting on their best interests. dlguiga, I get it. Your kid's what? Probably starting to walk right now. Been about 8-9 months since they were born. First 8 months, why is everyone talking like childcare is so hard? The baby just sits in the lounger. All you got to do is bounce it with your foot all day. Now all of a sudden they're getting up. They're pulling furniture to stand up. They're bumping their head into shit like every day. And as a result, you find yourself being a little bit more irritable. Welcome to the fucking show. Okay, it doesn't change. Wait till they start to talk. At first, it's like amazing. You're like, whoa, they can actually, this is going to save me so much grief because instead of just crying for what they want, they can tell me what they want. I was naive like you once. I got engaged this weekend. Will you come to our wedding? No, but thank you for asking. That is very nice. But no, I got my own stuff to do. I don't know you. I don't even know where you live, man. That seems like that's tough. That's a tough one. I do appreciate the invitation. If I accept your invitation and it's a cash bar, NL seems like a nightmare wedding guest, so many of you need to leave the relative discomfort of your rooms. I'm actually like a completely normal guy. Celebrations in Chicago, the bar would be open for you. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. Yeah, invite dlguiga. dlguiga can come in my stead. And he has a kid. So, like, it'd be nice for him to have a night out, even if it is by himself. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Can I send a surrogate? Sorry, it's for 18 plus only. Owned. Chad, how did people like this combat in 2001? dlguiga, weren't you alive in 2001? I mean, you're 30 years old, right? It's not like you weren't born yet. It's happening. I guess that's true. I was just joking, but I have to re-normalize, man. dlguiga is definitely not 17 because no 17-year-old kid would tell me to buy a navy blue Patagonia quarter zip when I asked what clothes I should be wearing as a 35-year-old man. Like, that's the most, I don't need ID anymore. You haven't met my cousin. Oops, sorry, L1 room key, there we go. And the twill shirt, yes, and diesel jeans. I gotta recalibrate though, because I was like 12 and 13 in 2001. But like if you're 30, your ass was like 7. So yeah, you really didn't know shit. You're 12, you don't know much, but you know more than a 7-year-old, that's for sure. Fit today is rocking. Thank you, I took dlguiga's advice and got a Patagonia Navy quarter zip. I was so thankful to have bought a bunch of comfy sweaters right before getting gastroenteritis. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Oh, never mind. You got that shit on? Thank you. Might fuck around and table the next 10 years of profits in the next quarter to raise our stock price. Any Enron fans among us? What the hell's going on up here, dude? I'm in the shit. Whoa, I got shot by a fucking Abrams tank? I'm losing it. dlguiga's in chat saying North Americans don't understand insulation. Dude lives in Chicago, works in the finance industry. What are you? You're LARPing, man.
Yeah.
Are you in like a big glass building right now that's temperature controlled?
Who? Is someone arguing with me? I was getting
No,
changed.
I'm taking the lens off of you. He's probably wearing a Patagonia quarter zip right now. He's not 17 years old.
I was wearing Patagonia shorts.
I thought you were wearing Lululemon shorts, man.
Yeah, but now I changed.
Oh, okay. How long until we're playing a game that's exclusively AI assets? dlguiga, how long until you go back to work? Because it's been like a year.
As spineless as a jellyfish.
Like I'm supporting you for having like paternity leave, and honestly, I'm pretty sure since you work in finance, most of your job is just going to like Yahoo Finance and putting in like a ticker symbol. But like now you're taking that opportunity to troll, man. There's no need to do that. Get chat all riled up for no reason. I've been working since May, brother. It's 11:25 a.m. on a Wednesday. Astria free on Epic Games. Yo, dlguiga, are you here? This is huge news for a personal friend of mine. It's dlguiga's favorite game. He's your friend? Yeah, I mean, he riles me up sometimes, but like, you know, we spend hours on the bike together, man. We're pretty much like best friends. Isn't he in school right now? No, bro, it's Christmas break. Hang on, I just gotta ask. You fell off, dude. This is the weakest gaming content I've ever seen. First off, you were not born to your parents to type the phrase gaming content in the chat. That's going on your permanent record. You can bring that up when you see the face of our Lord upon the conclusion of your life. I'm not saying you should go to hell for saying it. I'm just saying, like, when he says any regrets, that might be maybe not top of mind, but in the honorable mentions. Secondly, how old are you? Because you typed the phrase gaming content. I need to know. 16? All right, that's fine then. You know, can't be mad for a dog biting you. It's in his nature. It's my fault for having the pepperoni in my pocket. dlguiga alt account? Yeah, Peloton sub-community. dlguiga's not fucking with us anymore, man. What happened to dlguiga? Oh, he had a kid. He's busy. It's finals week. He's not 17. He's a grown adult that is not pretending to be a 30-year-old man. I haven't seen dlguiga in a bit, man. Let me see what he typed in the last time he typed in chat. February 7th, 2025. Last message. Mazdas have screens. What are you talking about? To one day before. Ice cream over gelato? No shot. Okay, he's still around. He's still around. All right. He's still fucking with us a little bit. I appreciate that. He's on the board of Doge now. Is that like a euphemism? Like he's dead? Nah, I just don't want to know the truth. Not wrong about that. dlguiga, what? dlguiga, can I say something? I don't mean to scare you. And I know you have things independently in your life that have led to your availability changing in chat. I can't see the items. When has dlguiga been most active in chat? Bear market 2022, 2023. Not that present during the meteoric rise of the S&P 500 2024 to the first quarter of 2025. Markets back in a little bit of a pullback. dlguiga's typing again. That's, to me, I feel like you being in chat, prove me wrong, I feel like it's kind of a recession indicator when dlguiga's chatting more than once a day. It's so over. He said we might be on to something.
The We Shop Wednesday song.
Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, Dig Dug, Bubble Bobble, Chew Man Foo, Harvest Moon, I remember that one.
Puzzle Pokemon.
Toe Jam and Earl in battle for Funkatron, something like that. Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3,
Cruising USA.